Hey, welcome to a new edition of Zack Attack News Live. It is Tuesday, March 5th, and we have some really solid news to talk about today. A couple different major news topics. Speaking of Bob Iger pushing back at the myth of Marvel comic book superhero fatigue, Chris Evans joining in, talking about how comic book movies is getting the short end of the stick when it comes to the culture of movies. We have some DC news with some Superman legacy or Superman updates in like where they're shooting and a casting of one of the major characters in the Superman lore. We have news about Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon cut that has been talked about, and we don't know why it hasn't been here. We have some Dune stuff to talk about because that's the hot topic right now. And then obviously, as I always do, I'm going to break down the box office and then talk about what's coming out on streaming and in theaters for this week for you to watch. I'm super excited to talk about some of these things that we're going to be doing this week. This is going to be great. So I'm going to get right into the first topic. And then if you are in the live chat, keep dropping down your comments, answer the poll, and I'll get to you right after the first topic. So the first topic of the night is Bob Iger pushes back on Marvel fatigue, but says Disney quietly canceling movies. Very, very interesting. Is this zoomed in all the way? Yes, it is. Let me know if you guys can read along. So this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. The Disney CEO was interviewed at Morgan Stanley conference in San Francisco Tuesday, where he called the Nelson Peltz-led proxy fight a distraction for the company. Disney CEO Bob Iger is pursuing a major overhaul of the company film output. This has been rumored for months and months, maybe over a year, that Disney is overhauling so they can get back to the way they were as the top of the industry. In the midst of something of a strike-induced box office drought, and after a challenging year for Disney film slate, the executive said that Tuesday that we're doing a lot to turn around Disney feature film business, hit on hard times that needs addressing. Iger is speaking at a conference hosted by Morgan Stanley in San Francisco. Like I said before, you have to kill things you no longer believe in. And that's not easy in this business because either you've got it started, you have some sunk costs, or it's a relationship with either your employees or with the creative community. It's not an easy thing, but you got to make those tough calls. We actually made those tough calls. We've not been that public about it, but we've killed a few projects already that we just didn't feel were strong enough. Very interesting in the light of what's going on with Warner Brothers and how it's been very, very public how they killed Batgirl because they didn't believe in it, and then they killed the Coyote film that's going to be literally just deleted forever. We're never going to get to see it, and it was actually finished. 2 films that were actually finished, and we're never going to see the light of day. That Disney, and this is like the difference between what Warner Brothers and Disney, like a lot of stuff about Warner Brothers is always coming out for whatever reason, whether it's the DC drama, Harry Potter drama, Game of Thrones drama, all their franchises always have drama, and we always know all of it. Disney, for the most part, up until the last couple years, I think after 2020 or 2019, that's when stuff started leaking really hard, and that's when Bob Iger stepped away. So I think that with Bob Iger coming back in, that's why we're probably going to start hearing less. I noticed a lot of things like the actors kind of speaking out and talking about the quality of the films and their time on set. We didn't usually hear things like that when Bob Iger was in full control. Bob Chapek, when he came, it seemed like he had less of a tight grip on things like that. And I just noticed that we won't hear the backlash, because this is not a big article talking about, oh my God, he killed some project that someone worked hard on. He put it in a way where it sounds like he's empathetic for these people creating it, but it's a business decision he has to make for the company, where I feel like people can understand where Warner Brothers is more like, we're cutting this crap because we need a tax write-off. It just sounds like, oh, billionaire making billionaire moves versus we're doing the best to give you guys the best product. It's the same exact thing, but just told in a different way. Iger added that he has been spending a lot of time with the creators watching these films, giving detailed notes in these films, engaging in respectful process that's result in improvement. That's really big for the executive, the guy that's running the company, to be sitting in on all these films and giving notes and being respectful about it. Like, hey, I love your idea. I love where you're going with it. But for the general audience, and we need those things. I think a lot of the franchise they have like kind of lost where their audience is from and trying to get into spaces that maybe Disney shouldn't be in, unfortunately. things like I have a problem with some of the things that they've tried to implement in their films, but a lot of people in their core audience has alienated a lot of people. And he pushed back on the idea of superhero or franchise fatigue, saying that it's not an accident that Marvel's first 33 films generated just under 30 billion at the box office. A lot of people think it's audience fatigue. It's not audience fatigue. They want great films. And I want to shout out my boy Kenny Sparks, a friend of the channel, someone that you see on the channel a bunch if you're been here before. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. He's talked about this in his videos. He has a series called Sparking Conversations where he's talked about there's no such thing as comic book fatigue because The Boys doing great, Invincible doing really good, when the Batman did great, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So when the movie is great and it's an event, it is something that you feel like you have to see, people will come out and enjoy it. They want great films. You don't want mediocre films like a Madam Web or Morbius or Ant-Man Quantumania or something that's kind of all over the place like Thor Love and Thunder. People want consistency across the board, and Marvel used to have that. I have other topics about that, and I'm going to be talking about that in a future video about like not everything in phase 1, 2, and 3 were great. So I'll talk about that later, but overall, people want great films that can spark conversation and have fun in the theaters. And it said, and then he continues to say, and if you build it great, they will come, and there are countless examples of that. Some are ours and some are others. Oppenheimer is a perfect example of that. Just a fantastic film. Focus is really important. We reduce the output of Marvel, both number of films they make and the number of TV shows, and that really becomes critical. And we've heard that for couple months now, since last year, that Marvel is starting to take a step back on how many projects they're putting out. Bob Chapek, the person that was running it before Bob Iger came back, wanted content. He wanted stuff to go on Disney Plus. He was like, produce. Even if you're not ready to write the script, even if you don't have an experienced director or showrunner, let's get the stuff out. Even if the VFX doesn't look the best, people will just eat it up because he didn't understand that Marvel had a certain standard in terms of storytelling and VFX and action. Right? Like a lot of this stuff there was just a problem because it just didn't look janky. It looked janky. And I think Bob Iger is going to be like, if we put all our focus in this one film here and make it look the best, it will end up being, great overall. And something I've talked about a ton is franchise momentum. The more momentum you have, the better. So maybe some of your lesser films will do, or your films that people don't really know about, like Guardians of the Galaxy. If that movie came out on the downturn of the MCU, it might end up on something like The Eternals or Ant-Man Quantumania, or in low box office, The Marvels, because people are like, what the heck is this crap? More goofy stuff. So he said the number of TV shows, and it really becomes critical. I feel good about the team. I feel good about the IP we're making. I talked about a lot of projects. We look years ahead, really, and it's iterative. And it's iterative. I don't know how to say that word. Not only do you look at the films you're making, you look at every part of the process, who the directors are, who's being cast, reading scripts. I personally watch films 3 to 5 times with the team and just create a culture. Ooh. Hollywood Reporter, relax. Scripts 3 times the team. Create a culture of excellence and respect, which is really important with the creative community. And again, the track record speaks for itself. And then he, on a related note, he's talked about Kingdom of Planet Apes. That is now a franchise under Disney because it's part of the Fox deal. They have Inside Out coming out, Moana sequels, Deadpool and Wolverine, which he thinks is going to be one of the most successful Marvel movies they had in a long time in terms of probably critically and box office wise. And yeah, that's the main parts of the talking points here in terms of what he says here in terms of what they're doing to restructure the things that's happening. And I just want to really, really talk about the fact that I feel like it's not a fatigue that is happening with the MCU in general or comic book movies. It's something that where there was just so much coming out and some of it just didn't meet the standards that that the audience expected. And part of it is just the directors starting to do things that they just want to do. Taika Waititi has been famously said he doesn't even really care about the character Thor. He just wanted to do goofy stuff. And we got Thor Love and Thunder, which was really goofy. Chloe Zhao not understanding the audience that she's making a film for is emulating Zack Snyder. I love Zack Snyder, but we saw what happened with the Snyderverse within the greater DCU. It was rejected by the general audience. There's a fan base for it, but it's small. And she emulated that, and that's something that, but if Bob Iger was there, he probably would have spoke to her about these different things. It's like maybe you could find a unique way to put your thing in there. But look at James Gunn. His films feel different from everyone else. The Russo brothers, their films feel different from everyone else. Even Scott Derrickson, who directed the first Doctor Strange, his film felt different from all the other films. And that's why Doctor Strange is always looked back on, you know? And you could tell the difference between Doctor Strange 1 and then Doctor Strange 2, which is a Sam Raimi film, which feels really different from everything else, but it's like a Frankenstein monster. It's a combination of things. So I think that the superhero fatigue thing is going to be something that everyone keeps talking about, but I really don't think there's fatigue because we have superhero comic books, films, and stuff that continues to do well. And I think Bob Iger realizes that we just need to pull back and just give them less and make it great and make there a feeling of like I need to see a superhero film. And I think this year is going to help with that, with the fact that there's not a lot of projects. There's no DC stuff. There's only one MCU official movie. Obviously we have the Sony stuff, but it's spread across the year, and also hopefully people don't really connect it with that. I do think the Sony verse will hurt the momentum of the MCU a little bit because it has that Marvel logo on there and some people can't tell the difference. But I do think that they'll get back on track with doing less and putting more into each project. So with that said, let me go into the live stream and see what they have to say. If you're watching this afterwards, drop all your comments down below and let me know what you think about Bob Iger's thoughts, his comments, and him restructuring. Do you trust him? Because he has said some things that are like, I don't like what you said about workers. Do you give me your full thoughts in the comments below? Let's see what everybody has to say. Collector Movie Man, thank you for joining the live stream. Hey, man. You said I've had a pretty crap day today. Damn, man, I'm sad about that. Hit me on the the Instagram chat. Let me know what's going on. But I'm happy you're here. Hope you enjoy your time. I hope you're having a better day than I am. I have had a so-so day, but I'm glad to be here. I love doing Zack Attack News Live. Hey, Kenny Sparks, what's up, man? Hey, hey, what's up, Zach? Watching you while I clean. I'm glad that I'm able to help you while you clean and motivate. Hey Zach, are you gonna do a trailer reactions for the trailer I sent you? Remind me. I gotta look at what trailer that was. I'll see. Paps. Oh, Pat Master, welcome to live stream. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, channel members, Dell All Movies. Thank you for being in the live stream. We appreciate you being here. What's up? Kenny has a really good comment here. He wonders if Ironheart got cut. I hope not. I like that character. I think that character hasn't hit in the comics, but is one of those comic book characters that the MCU can revitalize. Kind of like how Miles, kind of hasn't really hit hard in the comics, but video games wise, he hits. And in the Spider-Verse movies, I think Ironheart can be. I think if they do her believing in science and the magic and combining the two and that struggle, I think that could be great. Let's see. I'm guessing they still believe in Wonder Man and Agatha. Well, Agatha got a name update and it got a synopsis update. So that's still coming out. So I know that's probably still coming out. Wonder Man, who knows? There's no movement on that at all. I haven't heard. But let's see if maybe what's his name? Abu, I forgot how to say his name. The guy who plays Black Manta in Aquaman movies. He might what they used to do is introduce characters in movies and then give them their own movie, or maybe they could do give them their own show now. I think maybe that's what they'll do. They'll take Wonder Man and introduce him somewhere else, and then maybe do the Wonder Man show and just slow that down in that way. Kenny Sparks says Warner Bros. Has been ruthless, very, very ruthless in the way they present what they're doing. That's supposed to help their business. I understand why they're doing it, but the way that David Zaslav has given it out is just been super cold. I'm glad Bob and Disney going back to the lab to try to get things right. First of all, hey, Lawrence Support, thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'm happy about that too. I personally haven't had too many issues with Phase 4 and 5 so far, but there are some things here and there, I'm like, whoa, Problems I had with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, even though I liked it overall. Problems I had with Thor Love and Thunder, even though I liked it overall. Secret Invasion was straight up boo-boo. So there's certain things that I had problems with. Hey, Through the Lens, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Everybody, go check out Through the Lens. He does some really insightful reviews. He is more into the indie space than I am, even though I try to be. And sometimes he points out things that I didn't even think about. So definitely check him out. I like what I've heard about Bob Iger being involved in the creative space. Bob is right. People just want great movies. Yeah, I like what he's talking about. I think that Bob is saying the right things, and hopefully he's doing the right things as well. When he was in control of Disney and working directly with Kevin Feige, things were on the uptick. So we're hoping that happens again. But I know he doesn't want to do this forever. So hopefully he can find somebody that is can take over. Like you said, Bob and Kevin work famously. Hey, Nanette, Rose Horror Nightmare. Love that name. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? And like Kenny says, don't forget to like the live stream, man. Bob Iger sounds like the studio head, while Zala sounds like the accountant. Great point. I believe the fatigue is part of it. The 60 days until streaming killed them too. Yes. Once again, that's not fatigue. That's people's pockets. It's hard to go to the movie theaters these days and watch multiple movies because depending on where you live, like me, a ticket is $22. That's a lot of money to spend when eggs is $8, milk is $8, cereal is $6. It's a lot of things that are necessities that's so expensive, and the base pay is not going up fast enough. So to go watch a movie when you know that in 2 months is going to be on Disney Plus, you go watch at the comfort of your home. Don't have to worry about people being disruptive. It just makes sense. The streaming has hurt, and Bob Iger also has said, it wasn't in this article, that the theatrical experience is now going to be the priority, not streaming, and I love that. I think Disney Plus going all in on that was a mistake because they cannot compete with Netflix. And just use that as your hub to be a babysitter service. Wait a long time before you put those movies on there, and then then put them on there. But don't just throw them on there. I have a question. Why do so many people hate Thor Love and Thunder? Because it was really, really goofy. And a lot of people don't want to see that from Thor. I think that Thor Ragnarok is also goofy, but it had like serious storylines in there that felt grounded a little bit more in terms of the struggles. With Thor Love and Thunder, all the storylines were all over the place and they didn't really tie in together really well. It just made Thor really dumb. Like, they made him a little goofy in Thor Love and Thunder, but they made him really dumb in Ragnarok, but they made him really dumb in Thor Love and Thunder. And they misused Christian Bale's Gordo God Butcher. Mighty Thor, Natalie Portman's character, was completely written wrong. If you're a fan of that character from the comics, nothing like how the comic character is introduced or is. So they wasted multiple amazing storylines in that film. I think the negotiator Bob and creative overseer Bob are two different sides of the same coin. Not a fan of his comments on actors. Exactly. That's what I was saying. I'm not a big fan of those comments either. I didn't like what Bob Iger said, and that makes me feel like he may not do a good job. Okay, I understand that as well. Iger generally talks a good game, but let's see if he follows through. He's doing pretty much the opposite of what he said he would in regards to physical media. Well, at least they got Sony into the deal so that we will be getting the Disney physical media. So it's not like he completely dropped it. But yeah, we will be talking about Disney physical media pretty soon. Thank you, Yahya Abdul Mateen II. I appreciate that. I remember that's the person that is plus 3 Wonder Man. I remember when Variety put out that article detailing all the problems Marvel had after Iger, and others said they were fixing it. Yeah. And some of the stuff was in. Hey, Dave Show, welcome to the live stream. If you guys saw my live stream yesterday where we did a Dune spoiler cast review, Dave Show and Kenny Sparks, both of those guys are awesome. Go subscribe to them. We were on there. It was really awesome. And don't worry about you being late, man. You're here, and I appreciate you being here. Like Kenny said, movies are expensive as hell. Yes, they are. I have not been feeling good, but I have a head call. Yeah, man, that's going on a lot right now. It is. If I didn't have AMC A-List, if I didn't have Regal Unlimited, whoo boy. A regular ticket in your area is $22. Yes. A regular standard ticket for a movie is $22 if I go see it prime time. If I go matinee, it's $17. Hollywood Reporter is funny. They claim that Kung Fu Panda 4 is going to knock Dune Part 2 off the #1 spot this weekend. You never know. A lot of people are counting it out. That's still a big franchise. You never know. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the next subject. I'm gonna finish off the Marvel stuff that I have to talk about, and then I'll get into you guys' comments. I put a little poll in here. I want to know if I don't know if you guys all voted, but I'm gonna end the poll now. And I said, "How's everyone feeling tonight?" 11 votes came in. 45% of you guys are so. 36% of you guys are great, and 18% are meh. Ah man, I hope that this stream makes you guys feel much better. I'm gonna put a new poll in. Is Bob Iger going to right the ship? That poll comes up. So new poll up, and while that goes, let's talk about another Marvel fave talking about the same kind of thing. Chris Evans, this is coming from Variety. Mr. Steve Rogers, former Captain America himself. Chris Evans made a recent appearance at Emerald City Con 2024 and through his support behind comic book movies, a genre he'll forever be associated with after playing Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for nearly 10 years. Comic book movies in general, for whatever reason, don't always get the credit I think they deserve. Absolutely. They are these big, giant movies. There are a lot of cooks in the kitchen, but the empirical evidence is in. They are not easy to make. If it was easier, there will be a lot more good ones. I'm not throwing shade. I've been a part of a few that missed. It happens. Making a movie is tough. More cooks in the kitchen doesn't make it easier. I don't want to highlight specific films in the Marvel catalog, but some of them are phenomenal. Like independently, objectively great movies. I think they deserve a little bit more credit. Evans highlighted 24. It's funny that he said he didn't want to highlight and pick out stuff, but then later on he highlighted Captain America: Winter Soldier, a movie he was a part of. But it's generally almost universally one of the best MCU films, or one of the most Marvel films in general, MCU or not. So Captain America Winter Soldier was his favorite Marvel movie to make. The film marked his second solo outing as Captain America. It's my personal favorite Marvel movie that I was a part of. It's not just for the movie itself, but the experience. The first film, I was so nervous. You know what you're stepping into, and as a result, you're playing defense and you're playing not to lose. When Winter Soldier came around, we were playing to win, and it was the first movie with the Russo brothers. We were taking more risks. The character felt more fleshed out. It was one of the more satisfying experiences I've had in a Marvel run. It's tough. It's tough because I love that role. I guess they were asking him about if he would return as Steve Rogers. He means so much to me, and I really do. I think there's more Steve Rogers stories to tell. Ooh, sure. But at the same time, I'm very, very precious with it. It's like that little shiny thing that I have and I love so much, and I just don't want to mess up in any way. I was a part of something that was so special for a special period of time, and in a way it's really landed well. Evan added, as much as I'm connected to that role, I love telling stories and working with those people. It doesn't quite feel right now. So there's a lot to unpack here. There's actually a lot to unpack from this here. First of all, I love Chris Evans. I think he's one of the best. I know a lot of people talk about what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. in terms of being the guy that ushered the MCU, but Chris Evans is as important, equally as important to the MCU. Honestly, maybe more because he has the best trilogy. He has some of the arcs that uphold some of the things in the MCU. As much as I love Robert Downey Jr., his Iron Man trilogy doesn't hold up to the Captain America trilogy. Honestly, if you think of all the MCU trilogies, it's probably one of the lower ones. I think above Ant-Man, obviously. But things he said here, like MCU movies or comic book movies in general, do not get enough credit for how great they are. A lot of people rag on them all the time. A lot of people don't even watch them and rag on them all the time, especially the filmites like Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino. You know these people are not watching these films when they make certain comments saying that they're all roller coaster rides. No, they're not all roller coaster rides. Some of them have that cinematic feel and that those meanings that's in there. And the found family is one of those that they use a lot. What's really interesting here about what he said about him being interested in maybe saying that there's more stories to tell with Steve Rogers. And I always want to say Steve Rogers because Sam Wilson is Captain America right now. I don't want to care what nobody has to say. That's the truth. I think it's really, really interesting because early on, when he came off the Endgame, it was kind of like, no, I'm done. Like, I love this character. I don't want to touch it. He said that, and this is here as well. But I do not want to mess it up. I'm not doing it. I'm doing other projects. And I think that now that he's in a space where he's done a couple projects and they haven't really hit other than Knives Out, and he was a highlight in that film. But his other affairs that he's done, like The Gray Man, and then he did that the Ghosted film with Anna de Armas that got severely tanked. I think that he's like, maybe I can come back to the MCU eventually and do something that means something. Like he wants to come back because that's that's going to help his career. But I also don't think he wants to just come back just to come back at the same time, because he didn't even want to be Captain America in the first place, which is very, very interesting. So I do think it's really interesting. I'm glad that he is talking positively about the MCU, because we have so many actors that are in the MCU talking negatively about it, or people who come in one time and talking negatively about it. But there are generally awesome, fantastic films in the MCU that deserve praise, that are going to be iconic forever, and people are discovering now. So yeah, I think that Chris Evans is correct. I like this paired with Bob Iger kind of tightening things up. Remember, I talked about with Bob Iger under control, actors weren't just trashing the MCU like they were, like Elizabeth Olsen has, and a couple of the actors have just publicly. I think this is a pairing. You see it. Like I was just talking about it, and with Bob Iger talking about writing the ship, and now you look at Chris Evans coming to praise it. So I think things are headed in the right direction. So if you're watching this afterwards, drop your comments down below. Let me know how you feel about Chris Evans potentially coming back, what role he could do, what are your theories. Don't say he's just going to become Captain America again, but what he could do, be a co-Captain America, be a mentor. Is he going to be young? Is he going to be older? Joe Biden, Captain America? Drop those comments down below. And let me check out what the live stream is saying. You guys are blowing up the chat. I love you guys. Let's see. Yellow Movie says, Kenny, I love having AMC A-List. Yeah, AMC A-List and Regal Unlimited are so amazing if you're a person that goes to the movies all the time like me. I see at least 4 movies in the theaters a month, at least, sometimes more. And Regal Unlimited is $23 a month, and one movie ticket is $22. It pays for itself in 2 movies. There's levels to goofiness, and Love and Thunder went overboard. Yeah, it did kind of go overboard. I didn't go to the theater to see movies very often because I can't afford it and I didn't have a way. I totally understand that, but I don't know if you have a subscription service, movie theater thing in your area, but maybe look into Regal Unlimited and AMC A-List. I think they really, really are lifesavers, man. And then also you get points, you get free tickets, you get discounts on the concession. It's great. I'll check out your live stream after this live stream. I want to know what you said about Dune. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Nanette. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. It was a long one, but it's worth it. We really broke the movie down and had a lot of fun. Well, I just bought my ticket for Thursday, but I saw that no tickets have been sold for Friday, Thursday, or Sunday. I'm not sure what movie you're talking about, Dave Show. Did you see what I sent you on? She's just saying coming out. Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about that soon, Collective Movement. Just be patient. Now that's I'm so on the poll. Okay. Well, hopefully, I know you have a head cold. Hopefully, this stream helps you out. And if you have ginger in your house, I would say get some ginger tea or mix some ginger in your food. It'll help with those colds. I agree with Cap. Yes. Hey, Superman himself, Kal-El is here. Just want to shout out him real quick because we're working on a project together. Either last year or the year before that, we did our Guilty Pleasures, and we're going to be doing a part 2 to that and a part 3. I'm really excited about this. Kal-El has been really working hard on getting it done, and I'm really excited to host him again. It's been a while since he's been on the channel. Movies are difficult to make in general. Yes, it's super hard to make, and blockbusters are even harder to make. Better than the Guardians trilogy. I personally like Cap's trilogy more than the Guardians trilogy. Yes. I like Civil War more than Volume 3. I like Winter Soldier more than Volume 2. Volume 1 is probably better than First Avenger. But I still like First Avenger. So yeah, I feel like Captain, not only do I like the better as movies, but I think they influence the MCU way more than in terms of like the plot. I think they impacted MCU way more than Guardians did. Guardians, I feel like, impacted MCU in terms of like in a negative way, where they felt like everything has to be quickly and funny in the way those movies are. And that's fine. Personally, I think Guardians of the Galaxy has the best trilogy. That's perfectly fine. Especially now with so many people in the studios interfering with movies. So I agree, Kenny. Yeah. I need to watch Civil War and Volume 3. You haven't watched Civil... Okay. If you're not actually invested in these movies, I don't respect your opinions about them. Damn. What's wrong with roller coaster movie highs and lows, middles? Good ride is a good ride. That's also true, but there's also no substance to a roller coaster, and that's kind of what they're trying to say. Chris is in those circles now. Most people do value superhero films. You're also terribly wrong about Sam Wilson, the Falcon. I don't know how I could be wrong. He literally is called Captain America in the movie, in the show, and he's getting a movie called Captain America: Brave New World. How is that wrong? If you're invested, you don't enjoy it. That's one thing. Yeah. Ken, burnout is real, especially after messy movies like Ant-Man. No, because if one movie turns you off, you're not invested. My favorite Marvel movie series is Guardians of the Galaxy as far as how great the storyline goes. Yeah, the storyline's pretty good. All I care about is Bob doing is releasing those physical media licenses. We want our movies old and new. I don't think that's happening. I've watched a lot of the movies, but not all of them yet. That's fair. Now, Venom 2 went overboard. I can see that. Okay. So you guys chucking. Oh, I have ginger root and I have powdered ginger. I have ginger tea, so I'm covered, Zach. Nice. I'm happy to hear that. Welcome to the live stream. Caliber said rehire Jonathan Majors as Kang. I don't know if that's gonna fix everything, but we'll see. But let's talk about some good news. Physical media lovers. As we, someone brought up physical media. Disney has revealed the second wave of Marvel and Star Wars Steelbooks, including Andor and Moon Knight. So yeah, we're going to be getting some physical media. We got WandaVision, we got Loki, and we also got Mandalorian season 1 and 2 on these beautiful Steelbooks. Now we're going to be getting more series. So let me see if this is zoomed in so you guys can see. Yes, you can. So obviously the Moon Knight Steelbook, I really like this cover. I like the Cantu background. I love that this scene isn't here because that was amazing when he was moving the stars. And I love the way these discs look. So I'm copping this. I don't love Moon Knight as much as I wanted to, but it is a great series overall in terms of what it was trying to do. It was very ambitious. Andor, a series that I thought was good, not great because it was slow in parts, but something I will buy. I will buy season 1 on this Steelbook. I think the Steelbook is beautiful. I think it's similar to the Mandalorian Steelbook in terms of colors. So I really like this one. Obi-Wan Kenobi, not buying this at all. I thought this series was trash, and I'm not the type of collector that's like, I gotta get it because I gotta complete my set. Nope. This wasn't it. I zoomed in too much. This series wasn't it for me. So yeah, I'm skipping this one. But if you are a fan of this show, or you feel like you're a collector that has to complete the collection, have all the Star Wars stuff, there you go, Kenobi. That's all 4 of the next ones together, and I think this is a great lineup. I hope we get more. I'm glad that it did well enough that we are going to be going to get more physical media, and people are excited for this. Yeah, but I'm not buying Obi-Wan though. Yeah. that's a no-go for me, brother. Oh man, that's a no-go. And let's see. I realize I haven't had my titles up here, and I keep doing that. Superman Legacy, no more. We're gonna be jumping into DC news now. So there's been a lot of speculation. What's going on with Superman the movie? All these casting announcements. We had some more casting announcements. We had the picture with the cast at the table read, and Superman's birthday just passed, and here we go. We got some new news about Superman Legacy. Not only is Superman Legacy no longer called Superman Legacy anymore, it's going to be just called Superman. So that they're going to be just going with Superman now. because he felt like that fit the film more. It felt like it fit the themes of the film, how specific this is. It's not really about his legacy, it's about the character. Because he said that he's going to be focusing on the dual the identity of Superman and Clark Kent, which I think is really interesting. But he also came out and said that they start filming the first scenes of the film, and they're doing it in Norway. And this is kind of blurry set photo. I wish it wasn't so blurry. Probably because I zoomed in. So yeah, this is coming from comicbookmovie.com. Cameras are now officially rolling on James Gunn's Superman. Legacy has been dropped. And the director took to social media last week to share our first official look at the S emblem that will adorn our new Man of Steel updated costume. The frost-covered logo obviously indicated the film was taking place in a snowy location, and Gunn has now confirmed a recent rumor that the movie's first scenes will be shot in Svalbard, Norway. Sorry if I said that wrong, Norway people. While speaking to a local newspaper over there, the Guardians of the Galaxy director also shared some details on the sequence currently being filmed. We have filmed the first scenes, which are when Superman flees to the ice fortress, obviously the Fortress of Solitude. We wanted a place that was beautiful and felt like being in the middle of the Arctic. So we looked at several places in the world, but there were many things that sold Svalbard for us over the other places. First, there's a natural beauty, but also the fact that you'll find a varied landscape here that you won't find anywhere else. Nature gives a special feeling. Gunn went on to reveal that some people have been dropping by the set, but anyone hoping for a first look at David Cornsweet suited up as the Man of Tomorrow might be disappointing. Sounds like security is pretty tight. We have had some who have been curious, yes, who have stood and watched, but that's perfectly fine. And that's a big difference, because being interested in just watching is something completely different than when you have to try to sneak into the set to take pictures so they can make money from selling it online. So that's the official look at the set piece that they're going here with. Most likely the Fortress of Solitude. Obviously, we know that Superman will star Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane, Nicholas Hoult, who is on the former Lex Luthor's podcast, Inside You podcast. They're talking to Lex Luthor's. I think that's interesting. He's talking about his prep. He's talking about how he has to get muscular, how he's taking inspiration from All-Star Superman in terms of how he wants to portray his Lex. Isabel Marcotte is going to be Hawk Girl. Edie Gathie is going to be Mr. Terrific. If you don't know who that is, he was in X-Men's First Class as Darwin, and they messed him up so much. So I'm glad that he's going to be a great character like Mr. Terrific. Nathan Fillion is Green Lantern Guy Gardner, and Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho. But we also have Sarah Sampio playing on Lex's assistant, Eve Tessmacher. Scott Gisondo is going to be Jimmy Olsen. We have so many great cast members coming into this film. And then we also heard that we're getting an Authority movie, and one of the first Authority members popping up in the DCU will be the villain of the film, and that's played by Maria Gabriela De Fara, who I've never heard of, but she's in that show Animal Control, which is on Max. So she's in the Warner Brothers family and has been cast as Angela Spisa, the engineer. Millie Alcock, who also got cast as Supergirl, and she's rumored to be in this movie. That's why people feel like she got casted before the director came in, because they want to put her in Superman, the Superman movie. So yeah, guys, we're getting a Fortress of Solitude sequence. Also, what's interesting about what he said that he's fleeing to it. He used those specific words, and I think that is interesting. So that means something happened where either maybe his identity got taken or spilled out. He got into a fight that he couldn't control, because there's supposed to be him versus other heroes. Specifically, I heard that as more of a rumor now than a fact. And I'm really excited that he said the security is tight. I'm tired of seeing these set photos. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people love them, but I'm just tired of seeing them all over the place. All the stuff that happened with Daredevil and Wolverine, and I'm seeing the suit and all that. It would have been nice to see all that in that trailer and get excited again for trailers, because now people are seeing set photos that they're not supposed to see. And then when the trailer come out, oh, that's it. We already knew this. Well, you weren't supposed to know, So I'm definitely excited, and hopefully DC can keep a lot of this stuff on the wrap. Not everything is going to be kept under wrap, obviously, but hopefully most of it. How do you guys feel about the Superman legacy name just not, the legacy part being dropped and it's called Superman? It's going to be called James Gunn Superman, because we also have the Christopher Reeve Superman film that's just called Superman. So, to go away from confusion, that's kind of like Scream 4 being called Scream. You know what I'm saying? And how do you guys feel about all these new updates in terms of the story and where they're filming and in terms of what that set piece could be looking like? And before I get into the comments on the live stream, we have one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it also is talking about a casting of a very, very important character. And let's see, that in the Superman mythos. And this is Wendell Pierce has been casted as Perry White and James Gunn's Superman. So this is coming from Hollywood Reporter. It's exclusive. Great Caesar's Ghosts, Perry White has been found. Wendell Pierce, perhaps best known for his work as a detective in HBO's seminal crime series The Wire, has been cast as the iconic editor-in-chief, The Daily Planet, in James Gunn's Superman. The new feature based on the DC Comics character began rolling in Atlanta on Thursday. It was previously titled Superman Legacy, no longer. David Corn Sweat is starring as Superman. We already talked about all that from the last one. The character of Perry White is a Man of Steel fixture, first introduced to Superman radio and serial 1940. So he's been around for like 80, 90 years. He's a boss of both Kent and Lane, and depending on the incarnation, can be a tough-ass nail boss, the harried by his reporter boss, or the father figure boss. Hopefully, he progresses. Maybe that's his character arc. He's tough as nailed, Harry, and then the father figure, maybe in the 3rd or 4th film. The character has been played on big screen by Jackie Cooper in the Reeves one, Frank Langella in the Bryan Singer one, Lawrence Fishburne in the Snyderverse, and now he's rounding out this all-star cast that's being assembled. And yeah, Pierce was also in Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, and he was in the Power series, Power Book 3. So he's been around for a long time, and I think that he's a great actor. I have mixed feelings on him being cast as Perry White, and part of the mixed feelings is from somebody that maybe still in the chat, and that's Killmonger. He has a big thing of talking about white characters being changed into black characters and how it's temporary representation and doesn't help. We need black characters to be cast. One thing I'll say is that they have been casting Perry White as a black person for a long time. And, you know, he was casted as a black character way back when, you know, before Lawrence Fishburne. And then Lawrence Fishburne came around. He was cast as Perry White. And then Superman, My Adventures of Superman, the anime series on Max, which I'd say everyone should go check out. He was also black in that one as well. And now they're doing it again. So it might be a permanent change. It might be a permanent change where they're just having him as a black character. Where I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm mixed on the whole like taking white characters and changing them over. But I also understand the fact that people are not supporting black characters. You know, if you look at the comic book sales, if you look at the characters when they pop up, or just even general, when you want something to happen in your universe, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, MCU, DCU, Fast and Furious, Mission Impossible, all these ones that has a lot of white facing characters all the time, you have to support black movies, Asian movies, Spanish movies, whichever representation you want to see, Jewish movies in theaters, the regular ones. Who went to go see Color Purple? Barely anyone. It didn't do good at the box office. Who went to go see American Fiction? Barely anyone. Thank God it's getting nominated for Best Picture. Who went to go see The Book of Clarence? Barely anyone. All-star amazing cast. A lot of people who could get better jobs if we go see this. If you don't go see the smaller movies that are not superhero related, that has and features black people, Barbary One Love and things like that, they will not cast original black characters because they don't feel like there's an audience there that will grant them to get a $100 million, $150 million, $200 million budget, because that's how much it costs to make a superhero film these days. So you have to support the regular movies that has black casts in order for us to get original black characters. Until that happens, we will not get original black characters all the time in major roles. It's just the correlation. The reason why we get white superheroes, because people go to pay to see Mission Impossible, Fast and Furious, what's homeboy name? Who made Gran Torino? Those guys, Quentin Tarantino films, Leonardo DiCaprio in a random movie where he's fighting a bear, made money. If you don't go see these movies, we won't get what we want. So that's That's my main thing on that. I've always talked about that. Even when they replace characters in comics, they're like, "Oh, why don't they just make a random character?" And yeah, they did. They made a black character named Sideways. Did you go read them? No. Well, that's why they now made this popular character black, because you guys are not reading the one that is original. If you don't support the original films, comics, TV shows that are that look like me, look like someone else, then you're not going to see them reflected in the genre content you love. So that's where like my major point on that, in terms of like, oh my god, they made Perry White black. The fact that he's been black multiple times, if they continue to do it, he's a black character now. I'm fine with that. Just like Martian the Manhunter. I do want original black characters like Static, Hardware, Black Lightning, so on and so forth from DC to move up and get prominent roles. But when Mr. Terrific gets his TV show, when he spins off, or when Mr. Terrific shows up in Superman Legacy, we have to tweet about him. We have to talk about him. Hey, original character. He was awesome. Love this actor. We have to show them that we love this character, so that now he can get the money back behind him, especially since he's not an actor that is big. We can make a star out of this. So that's kind of just my point when it comes to the race thing. Other than that, I think that Wendell Pierce is a fantastic casting for this. He can play that role really, really well. Just like in the Batman, where they put Jeffrey Wright, who basically is James Gordon, and he looks like him. I think that he fits that. He looks like a black Perry White, and I think he's going to do a great job. That's fully what I have to say about that. If you're watching this stream afterwards, drop in the comments down below how you feel about this casting for Perry White. Do you care about Perry White at all? Is there Perry White fans? I know there's not a lot, but how do you feel about that subject in general, talking about supporting original characters so we can get them in our genre content? So I'm going to check out the live stream, the live chats right now. And before we move on to the next subject, let me remove Superman Legacy no more. I have the ginger root. First Avenger, weak as F. I'm still disappointed, but Winter Soldier my favorite MCU. Okay, that's a solid opinion, I guess. Rehire Jonathan May. Okay, I love superhero movies. They're my favorite subgenre, but burnout is real. It's very meh compared to what we're getting. The bar was high. I don't agree at all. And the thing is, Kal-El, you don't watch a lot of them, so I don't know. I can't really take it seriously. When I say I haven't seen all the movies, I have seen all the Guardians movies. I've seen all the Iron Man movies. I've seen all the Captain America movies. I saw the Thor movies and the Avengers. So you missed some of the smaller character movies. I understand that. Snyderverse ending hurt, in my opinion. It hurt me too, but it's the mainstream audience unfortunately has rejected that universe and that style of filmmaking. We're getting something new now. But I'm very optimistic. It's a real return to form DC coming, and X-Men going to be fire if they botch it, it's a wrap. I can see that. Buy it, Zach. Stop hating on the homie. Did you watch that show? It's Garbito. Hell no. What are they saying about X-Men? Well, they're working on it. We're gonna have mutants sprinkled throughout the MCU leading into the X-Men. So they're definitely working on it. The X-Men are the only Marvel comic books I've read, and I love the TV show, cartoon, and movies. Well, we're getting the X-Men 97 cartoon. That's coming back. So you can definitely check that out. The trailer is out. Oh, and the trailer I sent you on Instagram a few days ago was the Kevin Costner movie that he's directing. Oh, yeah. I watched that on my own, so I'm not going to react to it. Man of Tomorrow, we need a title, just saying. I wish we were getting that title, but they're already doing Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, so I don't see them doing that. It's too much of a similar name. Yes, I know there's a difference between the movie and the TV show and the comics, but I love them all. Yeah, of course. Ice Fortress, who wrote that? Cancel the fake suit fans. Facts. I give it 3 days until the photo leaks. Chill, 7 days. But I would like to see them do more accurate comic books of the X-Men. Accuracy. Which comic books, Nanette? The X-Men have changed so much. So you get that's the problem. Saying it accurate, which version of these characters do you want? There's so many different versions. So they have to kind of pick one or do one that encompasses a lot of them, or like start off with one and then evolve in the next one. Like with the Captain America, where he started and where he ended is a bunch of like 10, 15 years of stories where he evolved. I hope the security stays tight. It'd be perfectly fine if the first time I saw Superman new costume was whenever they review. You know what, Delon Movies? My faithful channel member. Let me give you a salute. Shake my head to many characters. Justice League disguised as Superman movie is Civil War all over again. Avenger movies disguised as a Cap movie. The difference there is that in Civil War, Cap was still the main character, and it was about his it was about him and his supporting cast development. So yes, the Avengers were in the movie, but it's still focused on Cap. They just better not charge almost $60 for the 4K. They're definitely going to charge that much. I don't know how to say your name properly. Is it Tomele Celion? Warner Brothers and Disney are so over. That's not true. Warner Brothers has been making a lot of money in a lot of movies, so it's not over. Disney also. Elemental did well. So, guys, yes, I know you personally might not like a project, but Disney and Warner Brothers are doing very well, even outside of the superhero content. Dave Show, I like the name just Superman. Nice and simple. Me too. And I think having it called Legacy puts too much pressure on the film. They will change whatever they think they can get people to pay for. And unfortunately, there are people that will pay $6 for the movies which I hate, for a movie which I hated. Okay. Banging on the drum for comic book accurate movies is funny because the comic books aren't even comic book accurate. Also, your favorite comic book movie isn't comic book accurate. Yeah. As long as they let him bring his own style to the Perry White. Okay, I don't want that 70s Perry White played by Wendell. Yeah, I don't see them going that far because this character is going to be in modern day, so I can't see that. Maybe they'll take some elements from that and modernize it, but yeah. Kenny's some more faithful than others, but it's never been the end-all be-all. Some comics don't even translate to screen, so they have to change. As long as it's good, I'm with it. Agreed. I don't want racists having the argument that they're being replaced. This movie creates stronger racist arguments. It does not. It does not create stronger racist arguments. There's no nuance in what they're saying. And once you argue what I just said about like, hey, racists, you're not watching the stuff that's going to help my people, the people that look like me, get on screen. So we're taking some of your characters. Too bad. Too bad. You guys did it for generations, whitewashing so many historical and real people that are Black, Asian, Indian. It's okay if you lose a few fictional characters. I don't want to see Color Purple because I like the original too much. Sorry. That's fine. I understand that. But like once again, I'm just saying, if you don't watch these movies, because I didn't only say Color Purple. If you don't watch American Fiction, Book of Clarence, Origin, you won't get the representation you want. I don't know what your ethnicity is. Maybe you don't care about that. That's also totally fine. I never watched the original Color Purple. I actually don't even like that new Color Purple. And I have no desire to watch the old one either. It's an excuse that they can cast more Black characters, stop making bland regular movies and blaming it. Once again, Kal-El, I take it by a grain of salt because you don't watch a lot of these movies. I don't consider racist when I think about my entertainment. They'll never have that much sway over what I choose to enjoy. What would I give AF what they have to say? True. Because we share a world with them and their numbers will grow, they can be convincing to other races. If you're convinced by a racist, you're already a racist. So, one of my favorite Marvel characters is black, and his name is Blade. Well, we're getting a Blade movie, and hopefully it's awesome, and it makes a lot of money, and we come out and support it. Then we can get more. Talk about no marketing for original characters to the point no one's aware that's a problem too. Can't support what you don't know about. Yes, I totally understand that too, but a character like Sideways or a lot of these other characters are inserted into major storylines to help them lift them up, and you guys are not reading them. Sideways was part of this whole advertisement of this new wave of Marvel heroes. It wasn't just him, it was other characters too, and people just didn't attach to him. And one of the new characters moved on, We share a world with all kinds of people who believe stupid things. They're not my responsibility. If I care about what others think about what I enjoy, I'll never enjoy it. I agree with that. Casual audience need promo and marketing to get them interested in a seat. We also, as a non-casual audience, need to promo it as well. That's what made the MCU so popular. We watched them, we got hype. Casual audience was like, whoa, we got to get on the train. Black movies don't sell is the excuse they have been using forever. They use it for every other genre before superheroes. True, we have to support them, but the excuse is flimsy and have been debunked. What movie has debunked it though? If you think about the films that are black that have done really well, is Jordan Peele films. And he built his base through comedy. And that movie started off okay and built and went stronger as word of mouth. But other than Jordan Peele and Black Panther, which was part of the MCU, and he was introduced somewhere else, and he's also a very popular black original character that people support already, I can't really think of other black films that get that big budget, get the Oscars and things like that, that we personally support, or people who don't look like us just will go out and support. It's crazy I haven't seen 5 superhero movies, but yeah, I've seen more movies and superhero movies overall than you. Yet you hit me with the goofy-ish. Have you? You keep saying that you see more movies than me, but I don't believe it. Just because you watch them trash X-Men movies don't mean you see more movies than me. I've seen all the Guardians movies. I have seen Iron Man 2, and Thor movies. Now is first Thor and Thor 2 and Love and Thunder. Still need to watch Captain America. Yes, watch Captain America. I'm not sure which one I read, but I could tell you I read it when I was in high school and I was graduating in 2013. Okay, that was a while ago. The X-Men has changed drastically since 2013 or 2003, not 2013. That's 21 years ago. Dell, didn't you put Logan over Superman movie? You've been canceled. That's his opinion. Word, Dell movies. Just it's his opinion. I like a lot of black actors in movies, and to be honest with you, I will not watch a comedy movie that doesn't have black actors in its past the 90s. Okay, interesting. Well, Dave, this is not personally about you. I know you watch whatever. You went to watch the Bob Marley movie, and I didn't even get to see it, so I know that you don't have that issue. But I'm just saying in general. What did I miss? You missed Bob Iger pushing against superhero fatigue. Chris Evans talking about superhero movies need to get more talk. Superman legacy name is changed, and we were talking about the fact that we need to support black characters in order for us to get black original characters instead of recasting white characters as black characters because Perry White, But yeah. Does Jumanji count? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Bro, you haven't seen a lot. And guess what? Those trash X movies better than those trash movies you review, my brother. No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure Dark Phoenix and the Mutants are not better than some of the movies that I review. I'm 100% sure about that. I've supported Jordan Peele movies. I love Get Out. I love Nope. I also watch both Black Panther movies. I love the OG Blade trilogy. Now rest my case. Hey, Dave, I wasn't coming at you. Don't feel like you have to defend yourself. I understand. Did you watch Steel though with Shaq? Did you watch Blank Man? Eddie Murphy was the biggest star in the world for a chunk of the 80s. Wesley Snipes was one of the top action stars in the 90s. You mentioned Peele and Black Panther. That's Will Smith was one of the biggest stars in the world as well. Yes, we get a few, but consistently we have to support these characters. You name 3 people, I can name 7 white ones. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because Jumanji has a big budget and it stars The Rock and Kevin Hart, and they made money with many demographics. Very true. Jumanji was also already an established IP. The Rock is a huge star that is marketed more Samoan. I'm not gonna lie, but he is black. And Kevin Hart, he's amazing, and people support him and love him like Tyler Perry. Everything he touches works out. Steel is the blueprint. All right, let's see. Let's get into the next subject. I love you guys being so passionate about this next thing. It's gonna be a little bit of, if I can find my stuff. Where's my stuff at? Little rapid fire news, guys. I actually only have one rapid fire news this time. And this is talking about a former DC guy, and that is Zack Snyder. This is coming from IGN.com. I don't use them much, but you know, they're legit. Rebel Moon director Zack Snyder has said that the director's cut versions of both it and a sequel will likely hit Netflix the same day. Speaking to iMinute Men, Snyder made clear he doesn't have a release date in mind for the pair of extended films, which will be around an hour longer than the regular Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2. But he did say a same-day release in summer 2024 is likely. Those will come out probably on the same day later. We don't have a date yet, but I think it's going to be in the summer. They're each about an hour longer than the originals, the PG-13 version, so it'll be nice to see the 6 hours together. You can take a break, of course. It's more maybe immersive experience. I'm interested for people to see it that way. It's very adult. It's very R-rated. The Scar Giver comes out in April, which is next month. And, part 1 came out in December. This is quick fire because obviously I don't have to say much about this, but how do you guys feel about Rebel Moon overall? I thought that it was very, very disappointing, and I think Netflix made these PG-13 versions to try to capitalize on the whole Snyder cut fad, and it flopped. And the movies, he ended up hurting the movies and not making them good. So I'm still gonna check out the extended cuts because I'm hoping that they're better, but I don't have too much faith that an extra hour will make the movie much better. If it can explain some of the things that didn't make any sense in the film, then yeah. But overall, I think the movie looks pretty. I think the action was good. I think they had interesting characters, maybe, but it was just missing a lot. And I don't know if an extra hour of it is going to help. But I'm interested to see the rated R cut because it did feel like it was supposed to be a rated R movie. If you're watching this if you're watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments down below how you felt about Rebel Moon. Are you excited still to watch the extended cuts, or are you just going to skip this franchise completely after the first one? And in the chat, let me know as well. Let's move on to the next rapid fire news. Oh, what? Oh, I already started sharing that tab. And this is, we're on the Dune. We're on the Dune hype. Dune is the biggest movie of the year so far, and we on a Dune hype. But to me, one of the best movies ever made. And Dune Part 2 limited edition 4K Steelbook is officially up for pre-order. And I'm excited, guys. I'm really big into physical media, and I think I'm going to start making a segment on my channel where I talk about the physical media coming out during the week. Let me know in the comments if that's a great idea, if you're excited for that. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. Look at this limited edition Steelbook that I need to go pre-order on Grove. This is gorgeous. Got the worm, got this little sun, got that really great orange. Dune Part 2 had recently incredibly successful opening weekend. We're going to be talking about that in Attack of the Box Office at both the domestic and worldwide box office. If you're as taken as the audience around the world, you'll be happy to know that the 4K Steelbook and the 4K and Blu-ray versions of the film are officially up for pre-order. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a set release date yet, but it'll be delivered to you once it arrives. Are you guys excited for Dune Part 2? Are you excited to get the Steelbook for it? Do you like the art on it? And are you gonna go pick it up? It's only $40, I believe. I'm definitely excited to check it out. Let me see what you guys say in the live stream. Hope you guys are not still arguing. Yes, that's why I brought up Blank Man and Meteor Man. Of course, I've seen that when I was younger, and I love Black Lightning. Kal-El, stop trying to come for me, bro. Dark Phoenix over Duke, you're wildin'. Of course, not many big budget Black, Asian, Hispanic, etc. movies do well. They won't make them really find out. However, they're putting out flops with predominantly white cast and say nada. 1000%, but for every flop, there's a tons of great ones as well. And if they're making the movies, they're going to continue making movies about themselves. This is not like this is a definite thing. I'm just saying part of the issue that could fix it is we all support the movies or go see them and check them out. We have bad movies making money, like decent amount of money, way more than Black movies are, because people are going to go check them out and see. And we're not doing that for our Black movies. That's what I'm saying. We need to come out more on droves and check out these films. IGN gets so much hate. They're not always wrong. No, they're not. And also, it's different writers. You can't, I haven't watched any of Jordan Peele's movie except Get Out and Us. Oh, you only missed one. He only has one more after that, and that's Nope. And you should check it out. I think that might be my favorite movie from him. I can't wait to see American Fiction, but I'm just waiting for it to come out physically, and I want to see the original Color Purple because I've heard it's more of a serious movie. I can see that, yeah, because the new Color Purple is a musical. I was pissed when Joyride didn't do well. Overall, as people, we can do better. Me too. Joyride is so good. And I'm seeing that it's catching on now because that opening scene keeps playing on social media and people are finding it. But I wish people went and saw it. All the cast in that film were super talented. It was super fun. Like, I love that movie. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just really like that film as well. Kenny Sparks, I don't give a F about Rebel Moon, to be honest. I gave the first one a shot, but after that, I'm going to be more disinterested. I agree, man. I understand. Kenny Fires show, Luke Cage. I do not see last season Black Lightning, though. I really like Luke Cage, too. I really missed that. I thought Rebel Moon Part 1 had potential. I'm a bit annoyed that we are getting extended cut right after Part 2. Me too. Mariah Stokes. That crap was so funny. Talking about Luke Cage remind me about another actor that I love, Samuel L. Jackson. Who doesn't love Samuel? Zach, I'm sure you see more movies than Kal-El Daily. I bet if you go check his letterbox, he doesn't have a letterbox, man, because he's a contrarian. He's a contrarian, so he doesn't. I don't think I've seen more movies than Kal-El. I'm not gonna say that, but he thinks because he's seen a lot of movies that his opinion matters more to me. No, you can see tons of movies. That doesn't mean your opinion matters more. I still like Will Smith, but he has kind of rubbed me the wrong way ever since the slap. Yeah, he made a giant error on live TV during one of the biggest nights of film and celebration and one of his biggest nights, but I still love him. That one slap is not going to erase all the goodwill that he created for so many years. There's so many people who do not look like him that do terrible things, say terrible things, and then go make a movie. Kevin Spacey is about to be in a horror movie. Just saying. Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy are amazing. I agree. If you go to my letterbox, I have less than anyone because I'm lazy. That's funny. I'm going to compile a list of Black 2044 films, and you and me must cover them all together. Hey, I like that challenge. Let me know. Why do I keep forgetting about all the actors I watched? I agree. They're all amazing collectively, man. Yep. I like Nope and Get Out were dope. Us had a good premise, but the execution was poor. I can see that a little bit. I like Nope Us a lot. I am okay with a flawed film that swings for the fences. I like it almost on this. It's a step under Get Out and Nope, but it's still great to me. I'm not getting Dune 1 already. I have it on Blu-ray. I got it when it first came out. Oh, no. So this is not Dune 1. This is Dune Part 2 Steelbook, the new movie, not Dune Part 1. Wait, is he still around? I thought he dropped off the face of the earth. You talking about Will Smith? Will Smith just finished filming Bad Boys 2. Or, 5? I think it's the 5th one. He's still around. I can't seem to find movies on streaming service for free. I have a movie box set. Okay. All right. Let's move. And we've been talking about Dune. Let's keep the Dune train rolling. That's the word I was looking for. There we go. Wait, I feel like I had a way I did this that I liked. No, just not it. Sorry, guys. I'm over here experimenting live on stream. No, I don't like that one either. It's not. Yeah, there we go. So this is going to be my reaction to Dune Awakening, a new video game based on the franchise. Let's see what they have. It's 2 minutes, 11 seconds. This is Dune Awakening official Survive Arrakis trailer.
Arrakis is a test.
Oh, well, it's probably a cutscene, but the graphics look good for the cutscene.
Survive it.
If that's gameplay, that's amazing. Oh, this looks like gameplay. Wow. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Who's making this? This reminds me of No Man's Sky. Which could be pretty cool for a Dune movie. Especially if it's like a prequel. Okay. Okay. You can see some techie things that we don't get to see in the real movie. Ooh, you have to fly the ships? Oh, yeah. Got the blue eyes for the spice. Okay. Ooh.
Arrakis is a test. Few survive it. But the humans that do awaken.
Okay. Oh, it's an open world survival MMO. Funcom? I don't know who the hell that is. Let me pause this. Do we have a description for the game? Here's your look at Arrakis, including gameplay, colossal sandworms, base building elements, and more in this trailer for Dune Awakening, upcoming open world survival MMO coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Beta signups are available now. So if you guys want to sign up for the beta, you can definitely check it out. That is not what I thought when it comes to like a Dune game. I didn't think that it would be like a base game, but it looks like No Man's Sky. I don't know if you guys have play that game or anything like that, but it looks really interesting. MMO where you get to create your own characters, travel across Arrakis, create allies, build your base, fight, run away from sandworms when you make too much noise, or they're gonna have sand walking. I think the graphics look okay. Some of it looks really good, some of it doesn't. I'm kind of excited to check this out. I haven't done a lot in terms of like MMOs. I think I played like DC Universe Online for a little bit and it didn't gel with me. But yeah, it looks cool. It looks like I love that the Dune franchise is expanding. I hope they don't like double do down on it and make something that's bad and hurt the momentum, because I know we're also getting a Dune spin-off TV series about the Bene Gesserits. So yeah, guys, are you interested in playing Dune? What is it called? Awakening? Yeah, Dune Awakening. Is this something that you'll check out? Do you want to go on Arrakis and play with other people and do kind of maybe like a No Man's Skies, going across the universe, selling spice, building up, getting your enemies and bringing them? Like when he was looking through the thing and seeing everybody fighting, that looked pretty cool. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this afterward how you feel about it, and if you're in the live chat, let's see what you got to say. So I've already pre-ordered the 4K limited edition Dune. Nice. It's got the Purge movies, Us, and Get Out. Nice. Collector, why have a letterbox when you can just mix me my opinion? They're gonna have to pay me, not a critic, for free. All that is free testing ground for studios to study. Oh God, Kellel going into his his conspiracy theory bag. Yeah, I like Will Smith when he was younger, but I kind of iffy about the movies I like him with him in it. Okay. You doing video games now? Only if it's related to a movie that I'm covering. New Bad Boys is part 4. Part 4. Okay, I thought there was a fourth one already, but that was 3 that came out recently. I didn't know there was a Bad Boys 4 coming out. Yep. They been filming it for a while. Not bad. I might have to wait for the demo or a sale. I agree. I'm down for a Dune stream if you want to go. That's when this game's come out. Okay, that'll be cool. Yeah, we could do that. I could try it out. I never streamed the game before. I don't know how that would work. Oh, what I mean is I can't find Jordan Peele's movies on streaming services. Really? That's interesting. Get Out. Get Out is on Prime Video. Us is on Tubi. Nope is on Peacock. There you go. I don't know why they're all on separate services, but they're on separate services. Yeah, I'm not a really big fan of Kevin Spacey fan. I was a big fan of him before the controversy, but then he also got found not guilty, I think. Either got found not guilty or he got acquitted. I don't know. I would have had a massive campaign single player adventure, to be honest. Me too. I would have loved a campaign series that focused on his father. Since we're not really going to get that in the movies, it would have been cool to get something about Leto Atreides, you know. And we'll see how he came to his rise, how he met Lady Jessica. If you can get Oscar Isaac to voice it and Rebecca Ferguson to do, oh, it would have been so dope. I actually don't like the idea of every franchise expanding to a million different versions of itself. It quickly becomes oversaturated. I agree. And I don't think Dune is the franchise that needs to do that. I've been after... Whoa, what's going on? Am I... Uh-oh. Am I not on the stream anymore, guys? It's not letting me click on nothing. Oh, yeah, it looks like I might be timing out. Oh, no. Let's see. Am I back? I think I'm back. Yeah, I think I'm back. I don't know what just happened. Let's see. I wish I could play it, but don't have any of them. Okay. Dang, they got rid of the Netflix movies. I guess so. With a name like Spacey, what he did, what they said he did. I need Timothy and Zendaya to voice some nice crispy 4K Johnny and Paul facts. Says you never left. You're fine. Okay, for some reason on mine, I was frozen. I don't know why, but thank you for letting me know. Okay, I have a new segment that I wanted to introduce, and that's called this. Buy, rent, or sell. So we're going to watch some trailers. I have 2 trailers we're going to watch. I was going to put Dune part of this, but I talked about the Steelbook and I combined them. So this is going to be some trailer reactions we're going to do. We're going to watch them, and you're going to let me know if you buy, rent, or sell. Buy meaning like you're going to watch this in theaters when it comes out. Rent meaning like you're going to wait for it to be able to rent or see if a review comes out, or if you're going to wait actual for streaming. Or sale means, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not going to watch this at all. So I thought this would be pretty fun. The first one is a new film that's coming out called The Wild Robot, starring Lupita Nyong'o and I forgot who, and Pedro Pascal, going to be voicing the animated characters. Actually, let me read the description for you guys. So it says, this is from DreamWorks Animation. This is an epic adventure that follows the journey of Robot, played by Lupita Nyong'o, that is shipwrecked on an uninhabited island that must learn to adapt to the harsh surroundings, gradually building relationships with the animals on the island and becoming the adoptive parent of an orphan gosling. The Wild Robot stars Lupita Nyong'o, Pedro Pascal, Catherine O'Hara. We got a really good cast in here. The film also features voice talents of Emmy winner pop culture Mark Hamill's in this. Okay, so it looks like it has a strong cast. The premise seems pretty cool. That's not the one I want. There we go. And let's see what we have with Wild Robot. This is going to be my trailer reaction. Bada bing. I wonder what kind of animation style this is going to be. Look at that! This is so terrible! That reminds me of Portal. Ooh, yo, don't play with otters. They don't joke. Wow, this is gorgeous. I like how it looks kind of like painted and hand drawn, but he's like metallic kind of looking. This is real. Oh my god! I really like this animation. That's cute. He's like, I don't know how to climb this. Let me do this like this crab. What a wonderful world. Okay. Oh. Oh, is that another robot? Okay, so that's probably the antagonist. Oh, this movie looks like it's gonna be so adorable. I would fall in love with that little chick too. Your true nature.
Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be.
I hear Lupita doing like a little different voice. A wild robot. And I like how Wild has kind of like two different meetings. Look at that lineup of Stephanie Sue's in here too. I like Stephanie Sue. Okay. Yeah, that looks really good. There is a few different kind of trailers. There's trailers where it's like a proof of concept, and I think that this one is one of those. This is a proof of concept type trailer. It doesn't give you too much of the story. It doesn't give you too much of the voice, but I think that they're showing this is how it's going to look. This is kind of like the set pieces a little bit. You get hints of maybe the villain, but like, hey, look at this. Look how gorgeous this is. Look at the voice cast. Look at this cute journey that we're possibly going on. I'm down. I'm looking forward to this. The wild robot. I like the themes that looks like it's gonna hit. And the animals look cute. When he held the little chicken, he turned pink. Ah! Love it so much. If you're watching this, I might clip this out, or if you're watching this on a replay, drop in your comments down below and let me know what you think about the wild robot starring Lupita Nyong'o and Pedro Pascal voicing a robot and an animal. Pedro Pascal is everywhere, and I love it. I love otters. Me too. They're dangerous, but they're so cute from far away. Yeah, fun fact, otters are horrible. They are horrible. Nanette, Blood Rose, thumbs up. I'm definitely interested in this. This looks cute. The trailer, the longer this trailer rolls, the less of an otter movie it seems. Sell. I'm definitely buying. Okay, yeah. Let me know, guys. Are you buying? You're renting, or you're selling? Drop in the comments down below too, as well. The otter genocide is the only genocide I could get behind. Oh my god, this man bringing up genocide on my video. There are only two Kevin Spacey movies that like the one where he teaches these students how to count cards and American Beauty. Okay. Otter Army. I'm buying. Yes, I'm also buying. I am down. This looks great. Okay, let's get into the next trailer. Can I do this right? No, I can't. There we go. Garfield. This is the second trailer of Garfield. Remember, are you buying, you're renting, or selling Garfield? So this is going to be the new trailer. Well, I think this is the new trailer. Hold up. This looks like the original trailer. I'm just looking through it. Hold up, guys. I think this might be the original trailer. This came out March 4th. Oh, why does it look like the original trailer? Okay, let me. Actually, I don't remember all that. Okay.
Wait here, Junior.
Oh yeah, it definitely didn't start like this. Okay.
Oh,
There's similar scenes.
You hungry, little guy?
You never have to ask Garfield if he's hungry. He's gonna eat everything.
I'm gonna name you Garfield.
Let's get it.
Hey, Anderson Paak.
Good morning.
This is probably gonna get me demonetized.
We're gonna need the big scale.
Does she need to announce it to the whole office?
Chris Pratt.
Say when.
Never,
Voicing
John.
everybody.
Bury me in cheese. Life here is pretty near perfect. Little did I know, it was all about to collapse.
Oh,
Odie, I'm dreaming again. Slap me across the face. I think this is a case of mistaken identity. You must be looking for another gorgeous, lovable kitty cat.
Big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, drop it.
Come on, Junior.
You. This is Vic, my father.
Well, can
Welcome back, Victor.
Listen, I need
Okay, let's see some more of the antagonists.
I haven't seen you for years, and when I do, you're on the run from a deranged cat.
We need to toughen you up.
Hey, I know tough, Vic.
You've obviously never been in an Olive Garden that's run out of breadsticks. Follow my lead. Oh, cheddar. Probably one of my top 26 favorite cheeses.
My orange
Top
tabby and my dog
26.
are both missing.
Your call is very important. There are 1,046 people ahead of you.
Drop them now!
It feels like that
We
sometimes.
have to go save my dad.
Oh, that cat's a goner.
You think you can battle these villains on your own?
If I don't make it back,
Tell my story.
Snoop Dogg as a cat is hilarious.
ow, part of me wants to help him.
No, this is how he learns.
No, please, no. Ow, it's so hot. Ow, it's really hurting. Ow, ow, ow.
You saw nothing.
That looks like a cute kids movie. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look like it's gonna blow my socks off. It doesn't look like it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, but it does look like a cute kids movie. I can see kids really loving that film. I just realized I made a mistake. Share my screen. Obviously, you guys are gonna see a preview of what's next. And I like Garfield. I like Garfield, but this also is a rent in a way where I got to see reviews. Got to see reviews. If it's the biggest movie coming out that Friday, I guess I'll go see it. That's also my birthday weekend. So I want to watch Garfield on my birthday weekend. We'll see. I'll have that day off. I might go see it in a matinee. This is definitely a rent, though. This is not a buying. I don't think I'm going to rush to run or be excited to watch this, but it does look cute. It could surprise me and can be better than I expected. Drop in the comments down below. Do you buy, rent, or sell this trailer? Are you excited for a new take on Garfield? Are you excited for Samuel Jackson and Snoop Dogg and all these people in the cast? Do you think it looks like it's gonna be really funny, or do you think it's gonna be real cheesy and boring? Drop all those comments down below, and in a live stream, let me know if you're gonna be buying, renting, and selling this film. Let's see what you guys got to say. Yeah, that's it. Buying from the last one. I'm probably. I love a good lasagna. Me too. That's one thing I agree with him on. Nanette said rent. I love Garfield and I like cartoons, so I want to see it. Okay. When having a bad day and I want to watch a movie, I watch cartoons. They really uplift your spirits. One thing I know is that when I'm having a bad day, I go watch Tom and Jerry. Every single time, makes me smile, makes me feel better. Tom and Jerry goats. Kenny Sparks says rent. He's not super excited for it, but he's not like, oh, it's going to be trash. He's like, oh, I'm curious. Let's see. So that is the ending of all the trailer reactions and buy, rent, and sale. Let me know in the live stream and the comments down below if you like the idea, if you want to continue doing that. I'm really excited to mix it up on these live streams and give you guys really good stuff. So what we have coming up next is one of my favorite segments, and that is back of the box office breakdown, where we talk about all the narratives, if your favorite movies made any money over the weekend, if you're someone that goes to the theaters, and what is going on and who's gonna work out the best for them. There we go. Okay, this is this weekend's box office. There is no hiding it. There's no way to sugarcoat it, but the box office has been pretty pitiful this year. You haven't had many hits. A lot of the movies that you would think would come out and be a hit, Argyle, flop. Madam Web, flop. We haven't had any other really big movies to come out. Like I said, Book of Clarence ended up not doing too well, and other films like that haven't done well. A lot of people have been hoping that Dune Part 2 will be that movie that everyone was going to run to the theater and go see. And while not everybody ran to the theater to go see Dune Part 2, enough people went to go see Dune Part 2, where now it's in the top 10 openings of this month or this weekend ever. I think it ended up being number 8 top in the opening domestically, which is really, really huge for this movie that cost under $200 million. Think about that. Look, if you watch this movie, you see how gorgeous it looks, how the VFX is perfect, and for it to cost less than a lot of these movies that look garbage, I think that is really great that it's only cost 190 million, and it's really great that this movie did better than it expected at the box office. A lot of people projected it for it to be 65. Some people said 80. It just got over 82. So that is the domestic gross, and the worldwide box office ended up being 180 million worldwide. That's really great, and it's not even opened up at every market. So I feel like this movie is not only going to make its money back, it's going to do a little better than people expected. It has some competition in the next coming weeks, but I think it's going to hold really strong because the word of mouth is strong. Not only are the Rotten Tomato scores at 95%, the audience scores at 97, and the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes at 97, and the cinema audience score is an A, which is fantastic for a film like this. Now, the narrative's coming out of this movie. What does this mean? Who does this help? Who career does this help? For Dune Part 2, a lot of people are going to talk about Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, and those are the main two people, and Austin Butler. Those are the main three actors in this film. They feel like this is going to propel. I do think Denis Villeneuve, who's one of my favorite directors of all time, I think this helps him big time because he is someone, if you are a movie lover, he hasn't really missed that much. Some people don't like Blade Runner 2049 like Kenny Sparks, but overall people love that film, even though it bombed at the box office. People who saw it like it for the most part. He done Blade Runner, Arrival, Dune Part 1, Dune Part 2. 4 subjectively really great films back to back to back. And then he also has Prisoners. He also has Enemy. He has Ascendees. He has a couple other films in his filmography that are good to great. So he's building up a resume where people are looking out for this very French name. He has 4 projects that he signed up for, 2 original ones, Dune Messiah, obviously, and 1 secret project. It might be Sicario 3, might not be. We'll see. Sicario is another movie he did that did really well, and a lot of people liked, and I enjoyed as well. I think that he's going to be getting close to a brand name like a Christopher Nolan. Not like a Quentin Tarantino, because Quentin Tarantino doesn't do franchise films, but more, and maybe not like Martin Scorsese or Peter Jackson, stuff like that. But I feel like he's the best comparison with Nolan. That guy was doing very interesting films, but the Batman really put Nolan on the map, and then he used that momentum to make great films. Did Batman Begins, and I think in between Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, he did Inception. He used that Dark Knight momentum to make Inception. That ended up blowing up. Then he does Dark Knight Rises. Maybe not the quality of Dark Knight, but still a really good movie. And then he goes on to make Interstellar and all these other great films and continues momentum. And I feel like the next film that Denis does that is not attached to Dune, we'll see how it does. Let's see what the interest is in it. Because if the interest is high, then his name being attached to the product is going to be a big thing. He's going to be one of those people like, oh, Denis Villeneuve is directing it? I got to go check it out. And from what I heard, Zendaya has already been casted in his next one. I'm really excited for her. I think this movie will really help her in terms of showing that she can be a movie star, and also help her maybe finally get a Oscar nomination. She's already won Emmys for her phenomenal performance on Euphoria, but as doing like movies, she's played the girlfriend a lot, and she does play the girlfriend here, but she has so much autonomy in this film, and she means so much to the plot that I think it's time. We have Challenges coming out soon. We'll see if that does well. She's the main character in that film, and then if she is casted in the Denis film, if that movie does well and she's the main character, I think that her later half of her career, not later half, we don't know how long she's going to act for, but this part of her career after the teenage age, her adult age of her career, can really take an uptick, especially if she gets nominated for an Oscar. I don't know if she would win. We have to see what the other female performances will be for the rest of the year, but she did a great job in the film, and I think this movie is going to do a really, really big thing in terms of look. Like, I was a co-lead in this film. Look how well it did. Look how well I was received. So Timothée Chalamet, I think this helps him the most. He's been on the trend line of like movies. People have talked about him. Some people heard about his name, but then never seen a movie he's in because he used to do like small movies. But he was great in Little Women. He's great in Call Me By Your Name. He's great in Sad Boy. But he kind of plays similar characters all throughout that. People were like kind of wishy-washy him in Dune Part 1. But in this one, and Wonka. I think with the combination of Wonka, he was also in Interstellar, but he didn't have really a big role, and people didn't really remember him being in there. But with Wonka, where he played like a completely different character than he usually plays, and he really invoked Gene Wilder's spirit, I think that's great. And the fact that Wonka is also in the top 10 here at number 8, it dropped from number 7 to 8, is big. And this movie done really, really well. It's on digital still, and it's still doing really well, only dropping 30%. It's going to be on Max. We're going to talk about that coming soon. And he has 2 movies in the top 10 at the same time. That's really great for his career. And I think it shows he has range, because Paul Atreides and Wonka are 2 very different characters. And it showed that he can act in very serious roles where you could demand him to do stuff and command it. And he's done it twice back to back in the same year. And I think he can possibly get also an Oscar nomination for Dune Part 2. This movie does really, really well. If it gets even close to $1 billion, and then he does get the nomination, and then he gets announces Wonka 2 and does that, since Denis is not going to be doing Dune Part 3 yet, and then that does well, I think we're going to have a new movie star in our hands. Bob Marley, One Love, dropped 44%, made $82 million. That's so funny. It made $82 million domestically, while Dune did that in one weekend. But this is really big, because the budget for this film is way lower than a Dune, and people expected this movie to do way less than this. Still, it was number 1 for a couple weeks while it was out, completely knocking out Madam Web. And this is good for this director, because the audience scores overall is pretty decent, and this is really big for the star of the film. I always forget how to say his name, but he was in Secret Invasion, which wasn't great, but this is a great for him. Ordinary Angels, holding down the fort, making $12 million. It's not the knockout, drag out hit that other faith-based movies have done, but it's doing pretty well. It's going to have some legs throughout the theater as the time goes on. And I think this is really good for faith-based movies to continue their momentum. As you can see, The Chosen season 4, 7 through 8, also on the top at 10. The fact that they can release these episodes in the theaters, kind of like how anime has been doing. And I think they take an inspiration from anime. Demon Slayer dropped from 2 to 7. I think that Demon Slayer's role in doing that is the 3rd year in a row where they dropped this movie, where the last couple episodes of last season, the first couple episodes of the new season, people are catching on like what's happening, and not as many people are going to go out and see it. It dropped 82%. So I don't think this movie's going to make as much money as the first 2. It's kind of steadily declining. So I think it's time for them to release an official Demon Slayer film in the theaters instead of going straight to DVD Blu-ray. Madam Web obviously is an absolute disaster. This movie cost a lot of money, dropped 46%, which is huge. Only making $40 million domestically, not making that much internationally. Migration, holding it down, has been in the top 10 for a long time. This movie came out 11 weeks ago, making $123 million on a $77 million budget. It's on digital, and people are still going to see it. Only a 12% drop. And like I said, Wonka, Argyle, not doing great. $200 million budget, only making $43 million. Another flop for Apple TV in terms of spending a lot on these stars, not getting much back. We'll see how these movies help their streaming numbers. Beekeeper, movie that I still need to see, doing really well overall. This is also on digital, soon to be on streaming. $64 million on that type of budget that it had. Really great for David Ayer, who needed a win after all the the Ayer cut stuff. And, another feather in the cap for Jason Statham. That's who that helps. Drive-Away Dolls, not really great for the Coen brothers. Dropped 58% after not opening really high on a $30 million budget. This movie, unfortunately, had too much mixed reviews, despite me thinking it was quirky and fun. Not doing great. And I think the Coen brother, Ethan, is the one that directed this one, has to think about what he needs to do to catch audiences. If it's maybe pair back up with his brother or just find a different writer, we'll see. Perfect Days has very, very small amount of theaters, so 470,000 is not that bad. Made $2 million. Anyone But You finally starting to drop out of the top 10. It's now on digital for you to rent. Soon going to be on streaming, I think on Netflix. This is Columbia Pictures, which is Sony, so it'll be on Netflix soon. It's going to blow up on streaming. It's going to blow up on Netflix because it's doing so well. One of the best grossing rated R film in a long, long time. This is going to be big for Sydney Sweeney, especially since Madam Web is not doing well, and she's the star of this one. And really big for Glenn Powell, who has 2 movies coming out this year. Twisters, a spiritual sequel to Twister, and he's starring in that. And then he also has The Killer, which is coming out on Netflix, which I heard really, really great things about. So this is going to be maybe a revival for him. He's been around for a long time. So I'm happy for him. He seems like a really good guy. And these two are thinking about working together again. So we might get a sequel to this film or them in another movie. And Poor Things, never really catching on in the theaters, unfortunately. I think it's just too weird of a film. Zone of Interest, doing well, which is surprising because you can rent this movie now. Land of Bad, where all the Hemsworths in it, doing okay. Not really advertised. And the rest of it is kind of the stuff that came out in late December, January. Problemista is like one of the new ones that's not doing really well. A24, not really advertising, but it's only in 5 theaters. So we'll see what happens when it goes wide release. I think it's coming out wide release the same time as Godzilla, which is a bad idea. But, you know, Mean Girls, Lisa Frankenstein, another movie that I thought was quirky fun, flopping. And Mean Girls should be on streaming now. We'll talk about that when we do the what comes next. But these are all the narratives and the things that are coming out in terms of what's going on with the box office. Let me know in the comments down below if your favorite movie is doing well, if you're excited, and hopefully your favorite actors and directors and all of the people are going to be like getting a little big pop off of this, or like it's hurting their career, like a Catherine Newton and a Cole Sprouse, who it might hurt with Lisa Frankenstein. No one going to check out that film. And let's see what the stream has to say. Like that. You like that singing voice? Let's see. Yes, the first one I said buy, rent is for Garfield. Okay. Found my very small Blu-ray collection while cleaning. These Johns are dusty. I'm also buying Garfield. Don't need to see any more trailers. Okay. Okay. Dave is down. He's like, I'm in it. I want to see Garfield. I love that. Damn, my theaters flocked to Dune Part 2. Every showing was almost sold out. And you were talking about that. There wasn't that many showings sold out. And now a bunch of them are sold out. Dakota Johnson. It's so hard to get movies made, and in these big movies that get made, decisions are being made by committees, and art does not do well when it's made by committee. She's been talking about that a lot. Her experience on Battle Web has not been great. She also came out and said that she feels like maybe she is not the right person for these kind of films. And I agree. I don't think she has the personality or the charisma when she acts to do these. She's very sarcastic and funny in her interviews, but when she acts, I don't think that comes off. So I don't think that is the correct thing for her to do. Nanette says, me, the only one that I'm interested in seeing right now is Dune 2 and Bob Marley One Love. I'm excited to see what you think about that. I should have hopped on Ordinary Angels quicker than I did. Hey, man, you didn't know. The rest of these movies, I don't know anything about them, and that's why I don't want to see them. But that's the beauty of it. You don't really need to watch a trailer and go, oh, well, obviously, you know, tickets are expensive, so I can't tell you to do that. So you got to be very picky. Zendaya is always the best actress in the conversation. I agree, but a lot of people try to discount her, man. I can't wait for her to come to physically and rent it. And same with the other movies, the one with the otter. Euphoria helped her the most, I think. I think she's still doing season 3. She's still doing season 3. Euphoria definitely helped her career. Walker is fantastic. I agree. I would be interested to see if he could pull off a comedy or a horror film. Me too. I think that Timothée Chalamet would be an amazing horror villain. I think he would do a great job in that. I would love to see him in Scream, but unfortunately, you know. I love Timothée Chalamet in Wonka. Yay, I'm glad you saw Wonka. Such a great film. Bob Marley One Love wasn't great to me personally, but I'm glad it's doing well. Thank you. Kingsley Benadir is the star. And hopefully he continues in Marvel. Hopefully he finds another franchise to do. He seems like a talented actor. And I love him in Dune. I think I will watch some of his other movies to see what I think of them. He has some really, really great films he's been in. Don't watch Bones and All, though. Well, actually, I'm in a minority, Bones and All. You might like it. I definitely liked it, but you need to throw in some trailers that would interest me. How am I supposed to know what trailers is going to interest you, sir? I gotta get the stuff that's new. I don't want to just watch stuff that I don't know. I love Bob Marley music, and that's why I want to see it. Okay, that's fair. And that Steelbook looks like trash. Glad Migration's finally getting the love it deserves. Oh yeah, the Madam Web Steelbook looks like Garbito. Making less than $1 million is crazy in this day and age. It's been happening more and more. Speaking of driveway dolls, I'm gonna go and get something to eat. I'll be back in a few minutes. I hope it's something tasty. Let me know what you're getting to eat. I like Mean Girls a lot. Me too. I can't wait to buy the Steelbook, the burn book. I need to get the original one on Steelbook burn book too. Finally finished Anatomy of Fall. It's a good movie, but I didn't come away from it thinking it was one of the best things I saw last year. That's fair. Not everybody's going to. I love the film though. I feel like Cole dropped out of the mainstream when Riverdale ended. Yeah, definitely. Has she done a comedy? Zendaya? She's done comedy stuff when she was a Disney kid, but I don't think she's done a comedy movie. Let's look up her filmography. Movies. So she did The Greatest Showman. I don't know if that counts as a comedy. Yeah, she hasn't done a comedy, a straight up comedy yet. She's been in like comedic shows, but not like a straight up comedy. Well, I just saw Scream 7 is going to be completely rebooted with a younger cast. Your thoughts? I am thinking about boycotting that, but we'll see. You're talking about Dakota Johnson? I don't think she does comedies. Let me see. So she, yeah. She's been in Peter Butter Falcon, Cha Cha Real Smooth, which are both comedies. How to Be Single, which is a comedy. Matter Web. No, what else? Bad Times at the LRL is like a comedy action film. Was she in 21 Jump Street? I don't remember her being in 21 Jump Street. But if she was in that, that's definitely a comedy. So those are some of the things that they're saying that she's been in. I actually saw Wonka in the theaters with my aunt. I'm glad you went to go see it. I hope your aunt had a good time. Oh, I thought we were talking about Dakota Johnson. I got to stop doing in and out of the stream. Thank you. Stay along, my guy. Chicken pot pie. Ooh, nice. Sounds delicious. All right, let's keep talking about some numbers. With the attack of the box office, we're going to be talking about, I did that wrong. Nielsen top 10. Nielsen is finally in the year in January. This is the end of January, so they're kind of catching up to us. One thing I want to say about Nielsen that's interesting is that they may have some competition soon. Variety is coming up with their own service that keeps track of streaming numbers soon. So it's going to be really, really interesting. If they are able to keep track, like maybe a week behind or of the week, I think Nielsen is going to be in trouble. But the week of January 22nd, 28th, the movies that did really well on streaming was The Hill. That came out in 2023. Legend of Tarzan, Lift with Kevin Hart. Ooh, sorry about that. Kevin Hart, Super Mario Brothers movie, Kills the Flower Moon. Wait, on Apple. So that is helping Apple is getting on the movie list, which it usually does it. Queen Pins, Dumb Money, Mission Impossible, Elemental, and Queen Bees. So in terms of this list, Netflix has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 films on this top 10, with Apple TV, Paramount Plus, and Disney Plus coming in and mixing it up a little bit, but they dominate the top 4. And then the 5th one is Apple, but then they come in with the next 2. So they're dominating the list as they normally do. The quality of the movies, who knows? Never seen The Hill. If you guys have watched The Hill, let me know if it's a great film. I haven't personally watched it. Legend of Tarzan recently got in there. People are watching it. Lift, I heard bad things about, but people are watching it. People love Kevin Hart. So these other streaming services are working really, really, really hard trying to get in there. And then when we talk about overall chart, and this is a mix of movies and shows, Griselda on Netflix dominating, Bluey always dominating. But in terms of movies, The Hill got on here. And that's the only film off the movie list that got in here. Everything else is dominated by shows. And most of it is Netflix. You see like Max, you see Prime, you see Hulu, but that's mixed with Netflix. You see Max, but that's also mixed with Netflix. So Netflix is just winning when it comes to streaming overall. And then real quick, I forgot the Netflix. I forgot to pull this up, so I'm just going to do it here. Netflix top 10 movies. Yeah, so this is the global chart. I don't want the global chart. I want top 10 by country, United States. Okay, so right now the top 10 is Mia Kulpa, which is a film that I heard was hilarious and maybe the worst movie of the year, which I still have to watch. Have you guys seen Mia Kulpa? Did you enjoy it? Because it's another Tyler Perry film that I heard is so poorly made. Code 8, the new film by the Emil cousins, in the top 10, dropped from number 1 to 2 after Mia Kulpa came out. Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken, an animated film that came out last year and kind of just, people didn't pay attention, is on the list. Super Mario Brothers movie, for some reason, continues to leave the list, come back up on the list. I don't know why. Why is it people keep watching it and stop watching it? It was at 14, it's back at number 4. It's been up and down the top 20 as soon as it got on Netflix. Spaceman, the new movie that came out recently with Adam Sandler, who his movies usually do really, really well. Only number 5, so not a big hit for Adam Sandler. I think it's because it's not one of his really weird comedies. But yeah, did you guys check out Spaceman? I've heard very mixed reviews. I know Dave Show hates it, but I heard some people love it, some people hate it, some people says meh. But and that's kind of the result. Number 5, Code 8, because of Code 8 Part 2 came back in. People wanted to watch the first one. Hercules, which is so weird, with The Rock coming in. Minions, Abyss, and Trolls. I think people are watching Abyss prepared for the 4K re-release. And Trolls, Trolls just does well. So what do you guys think about your favorite movies? If they're streaming well, is there any movies you're wondering, where are they? Why are they not doing amazing? Drop all those comments down below. Let me know. And in the stream, let me know. And I just realized I had a poll going for like a half an hour. And let me end that poll. Is Bob Iger going to right the ship? I said have the weight. That's 53% of the 13 votes. 38% said no. And a little bit of you guys have faith and said yes. So that's really, really interesting. So we're going to be moving on to the last segment of the night before the Q&A. But let me see what you guys have to say in the live chat. If she was in 21 Jump Street, she had a very small role, probably. Mia Kulpa is awful and hilarious. That's hilarious. I'm getting tired of Tyler Perry. Look, one thing I'll say about Tyler Perry. He puts out trash movies, but he's one of the black he is one of the black people that are putting out consistent content that is giving black people a job. So I cannot hate on him. And I never will. I'm not going to watch his films, but keep putting them out, man. And hopefully we keep supporting. Kids love Mario. That's true. Kids do love Mario. Has anyone seen Thanksgiving? And if yes, do you like it? Yes. I thought Thanksgiving was great. I need to go buy it on physical media. It was a great film. Zach Milne showed the spider from Spaceman in his review, and I decided that I'm never watching it. I did a trailer reaction on one of my Zack Attack News Live, and I was like, oh, God, I can't do this. This is not a cute little animated spider. This looks like a giant real one, and I can't do it. The next movie I want to see is the one with Kristen Stewart. Yeah, Love, Lies, and Bleeding. I do want to see that as well. I think that's coming out. It's coming out limited this week, and then it should be going it's going wide next week. We're going to be talking about that as well in the next segment. Well, you should be tired of Liam Neeson then. Facts. Why are you tired of Tyler Perry if you're not tired of Liam Neeson? Thanksgiving is fantastic. Yep, it's a great film. Okay, we're going to move on to the last regular segment that we have, and that is... What's next? What is coming out this week on streaming and in theaters? We are going to start with in theaters. And we have a big one coming out. That's not what I want to do. There we go. Is this zoomed into the max? No, it's not. Let's get to 200%. So in theaters, this Friday, we have a couple films coming out. The big one is Kung Fu Panda 4 is dropping. Jack Black, Awkwafina, Bryan Cranston, Rebecca Huntley, Dustin Hoffman are part of the voice cast. The trailers look fun. They also did a trailer that came out right before Dune, where it was like a little play on Dune, which I thought was really cute and made me want to support the film. It was all in fun too. That's gonna be a wide release. You should be seeing that in your theaters if you're interested. I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda 2 and 3, so I'm not gonna check or do that or do a review for that. But I'm excited for the people who love the Kung Fu Panda franchise. I may watch 2 and 3 eventually, and then watch 4 when it comes to streaming. That's a wait for me. We have another faith-based film coming out, Cabrini, from the people who Angel Studios, who did Sound of Freedom. That's coming out. The story of Francesca Cabrini, one of the greatest entrepreneurs of the 19th century, who began with nothing and created the largest multinational charitable empire ever. This has John Lithgow in it, and the rest of the actors I really don't know. But if you're interested in that, if you're a fan of Sound of Freedom and you want to support the studio, go check it out, Cabrini. Imaginary, a film that I have a ticket for, another Blumhouse film. A young child return. Who wrote this? Someone returns to their childhood home only to discover that the imaginary friend she left behind is very real and very unhappy she left. The movie looked like it's going to be terrible, but terrible in a way that I'm going to enjoy. This has Jeff Wadlow, Betty Buckley, DeWanda Wives, who I like, Tom Payne, who's a good actor. I'm expecting this movie to not be great, but I'm still excited to go check it out. Night Shift is going to be coming out as well, limited, and it's going to be on VOD, so you can watch it at home. On Netflix, Damsel is going to be coming out. This is the movie that's going to be starring Millie Bobby Brown. She's going to be a princess who is supposed to be marrying a king to United Kingdom, and they try to sacrifice her to a dragon. Has Angela Bassett, Juan Carlos Fernandez de Lilo, Ray Winstone, Joe Roth, Dresh Kirschenbaum, and a bunch of other actors in here, Robin Wright, and it looks like it's going to be a good time. So those are the movies that are going to be coming out in theaters, and I guess this is technically streaming. That's a big release that you can go check out if you feel like you wanted to go to the theaters. And in terms of what you can rent and stream this week, this is coming from whentostream.com. I found them on Twitter, and they really do a good job of letting us know. March 5th, which is today, as of right now, you can go check out Argyle. Argyle is available for rental and purchase today. Mean Girls is also out today, and that is on Paramount Plus and MGM Plus. So you can check that out if you didn't go see it in theaters. Perfect Day is a film that is up for International Best Film. Is also going to be able to rent it March 5th. They don't know when it's going to go to streaming. Teacher's Lounge, another international film that I heard big things about, is going to be able to rent as well. You can go check that out. Poor Things, one of the big ones. One's up for Best Picture if you haven't checked it out yet. On March 7th, in 2 days, is going to be on Hulu. So it was on rental February 27th, but it's going to be on Hulu in 2 days. So if you don't have Hulu, you can still rent it. I advise it. I think it's a phenomenal film. Film starring Zac Efron and I believe maybe John Cena. Yeah, an R-rated comedy that's coming out. It's going to be on Prime Video March 7th. That's another film that's coming out this Friday. We don't know when's going to be a rental. This is straight to streaming. Rickety Stanicky. March 8th is going to be American Fiction. Is going to be on MGM Plus, or you can already rent it now. Damsel, as I talked about, is going to be on Netflix this Friday. The March King's Daughter with Daisy Ridley and Ben Mendelsohn is going to be coming out on where is it? Hulu, March 8th. That's a film I meant to go see in the theaters and didn't get a chance to. I'm decided to check it out. And then To Kill a Tiger is going to be out on streaming. And Wonka, if you haven't got to see that yet, will be on HBO Max. I'm still calling it that. March 8th. And then also, if you haven't gotten to see What Happens Later, the return of Meg Ryan to rom-coms, distributed by Bleecker Street, will be on Paramount Plus on March 10th. Those are the big films that are coming out this week. If you want to stay home and watch some of the movies that came out in theaters that you didn't get to check out, those are the movies that are coming out this week. And yeah, that is the end of that segment. Now we're in the Q&A. It's 9 o'clock where I am right now. We can go for about 10 minutes. You can ask me anything you would like about any subject you would like, and I will answer them unless they're inappropriate. Let me see what the live chat has to say while I wait for you to drop some questions in. Let me drop a poll. Also. Oh, poll has been begun. Let's see. Thanksgiving. Okay, I got my tickets for Love's Lies Bleeding for Thursday. Nice. Thanksgiving is on Netflix, and I'm thinking about watching it. You should watch it. It's a good time. I might do a watch along of that film, actually. Looking forward to Kung Fu Panda 4. Got to get my tickets. Seeing Arthur and the King next Thursday. Oh, nice. That movie looks nice. I'll get to Cabrini next Monday. Nice. I don't think I'm going to go see Imaginary. That's fair. Same. I've only seen the first Kung Fu Panda, Zack. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't continue the series because I like Kung Fu Panda 4. Kung Fu Panda 4. I thought it was great. I'm kind of tired of inanimate object doll being possessed trope. You know, I personally haven't seen that trope that much, so I'm not tired yet. I definitely want to see Imaginary. Nice. Well, you're a horror person, so I expect it. I'm seeing Kung Fu Panda 4 on Thursday, Imaginary on Friday, and then covering the Oscars Sunday. Oh yeah, the Oscars this Sunday. That's something I'm definitely going to cover, the results of the Oscars, and then I'm going to have the Zack Attack Awards. That's going to be my version of the Oscars. Still working on that. Should have an announcement video of the nominees and everything, and then I'm going to do a live stream. I definitely want to see the Netflix movie. I love Millie Bobby Brown in Stranger Things. Yeah, I really like Millie Bobby Brown. She looks like she's going to do a great job in this film. I'm excited for her to branch out. It's Women History Month. Top 5 favorite performance by women in movies. Ooh, so Emma Stone in Poor Things definitely is up there in terms of performances by women. Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time, and she did a fantastic job in that film. I'm trying to think of films off the top of my head, but this is why we have Letterboxd. This is probably not going to be all time because that's like something you have to really, really think about. But it is Happy Women's History Month, guys. Watch list? No, not my watch list. I didn't watch those yet. What else? I really enjoyed, how do you say, Caitlin Dever in No One Will Save You. I thought she was phenomenal. I think that Jennifer Lawrence inside of what's that movie called? Silver Linings Playbook was phenomenal. Love her performance in that film. Florence Pugh in Midsummer, A Good Person. Just Florence Pugh. She's just fantastic. Recently, Kaylee Spaney and Priscilla was also really good. Ooh, what's her name? Oh my God, I gotta shout her out. Alyssa Sutherland in Evil Dead Rise. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I really like Natalie Portman in May December. I thought she was great in that. Let me look at my favorite movies of all time list. Female performances. Katie Siegel in Hush. Bridesmaids, which is now one of my favorite movies of all time. I thought Kristen Wiig was fantastic. I thought Rose Byrne was fantastic. Melissa McCarthy was fantastic. She was so funny in that film. Yeah, so that's some of my the ones that I can name off the top of my head and look at my letterbox. Anyone who votes no is getting RKO. What is your favorite top 5 genres? So my favorite subgenre is zombie films. I love me a zombie film. Love a zombie film. After that would be comic book movies. I love me actually I'll say zombie films. I would say really good artistic sci-fi film. I would say comic book movies. I love a great comedy, like an R-rated comedy, raunchy comedy. and I love a great drama that talks about the human experience. I think those are the ones that I can attest to right now. Hold up. Where is that? Okay. Ooh, Viola Davis in Fences. I haven't seen her. I actually haven't seen Fences. Oh, Taraji P. Henson in Hidden Figures. Phenomenal performance. Love her in that. I haven't seen Fences yet. That's a movie I need to go see. Mama Bear Arthur. Hey, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? What are some of your favorite female? Happy Women's History Month. And what are some of your female performances in films that you've seen? Jamie Lee Curtis, Neve Campbell, and Viola Davis, Emma Stone, and Julia Roberts, just to name a few. And well, of course, Zendaya. Yeah, Zendaya in Dune Part 2, in Euphoria. Holy crap. Hey, Liam Neeson's a good actor. His movies may not always be the best, but the action is usually great because he is his own he does his own stunts. Liam Neeson is a great actor when he takes a role that challenges him. He has a lot of bad movies back to back to back. He hasn't done a great movie in a long time. And the action in some of these bad movies aren't all that great. They're kind of generic sometimes. So, but it's cool that he does his own stunts at that age. And I'm excited to see what he does with Naked Gun. Divine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers is another one for me. I like her in that film. I don't love it like everyone else is. I don't think it's not like oh my God, it blew me away. But I liked her in that film a lot. Oh my God, yes. Regina King in The Watchmen. Regina King in oh my God, what's the name of that movie? What's the name of that movie? Oh, Beale Street Could Talk. Regina King in The Harder They Fall. The Regina King in The Boondocks. Just Regina King. You know what I mean? Just Regina King. She's awesome. I love her. Very underrated. I'm excited to see her new movie that she's doing, Shirley. I'm excited to see what she does there. I'm excited to see her directing career take off. Imaginary looks good, but I think I'm going to wait to see it on streaming or available on rent or from GameFly. Okay, that's fair. Whoopi Goldberg in that Law and Order episode. It's such a deep cut. I haven't seen the Law and Order episode. Regina in Hard Day Fall. Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns. Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns. It's a great pick. Great. While you guys are dropping in, Regina King is the GOAT. Facts on facts. Oh, Angela Bassett in a Black Panther 2 and in Black Panther 1. Really enjoyed her performances. Denai Guerrera in The Walking Dead. Yes, she's great in The Walking Dead. Fantastic. While you guys dropping in questions, I just want to give a big shout out to my channel members and kind of plug my channel members up. Yeah, on the producer tier, Have You Seen With T? Oh, surprisingly not in the live stream today. Spoiler Kings, Delo Movies, Screens and Reviews, and Basic Moots. Thank you guys for being channel members. Appreciate you guys. Let me give you a little bit of a round of applause. You know what I mean? Yeah, what's round of applause at? Round of applause. So I appreciate all you guys being channel members, supporting the channel in that way. Appreciate you guys. And if you want to be a channel member, just hit that join button. Well, wait, why the channel member thing didn't leave? It's like, I'm gonna stay. I want to advertise. If you want to become a channel member and support the channel on another level, no pressure. Hit that join button. And you can see my videos early. I'm going to start doing channel member exclusive live streams. And yeah, you get priority in the live stream, in the chat. You get cool stickers and emojis that you can use. And you support your boy in a way that helps him be able to be closer to do this full time. Oh, Monique and Precious. I actually haven't seen Precious. But I heard that her performance was phenomenal. Winona Ryder in Little Women. I actually haven't seen that version of Little Women yet. Natalie Portman in Closer. Halle Berry in Monster Ball. Wow. Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost. And Neve Campbell in The Company, to name a few. A lot of films I haven't seen that I need to check out. Thank you for adding to my watch list. You know what I haven't done in a while? Wow. Ooh. Do I have something that's close? Hold on, let me see if I can do it. I haven't done this in a while. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know if it's in here. It might not be. Sorry if you don't like my singing, but I love to sing on stream. All right. When does this expire? Okay. This did not expire. So let's do this. We are going to do a little bit of a game for the digital code for Talk to Me. One of my favorite horror movies from last year. This is the slipcover. I'm going to be giving away the digital code on stream. I haven't done it in a while. And yeah, I'm excited to do this. Let me know if Viola Davis and Hunger Games. Yeah, great. Oh, thank you, Baba Bear. Thank you so much. Zach, have you started watching Return of the King? Nope, I have not started watching it yet. I will soon though. Let me know if you're interested in joining what's the word I'm going? The competition, so I know what name's going in. Let me YouTube stuff. I haven't done this in a while. This should be fun. Let me know if you want to join in to win the digital code for Talk to Me. If you are live, just say me, and I'll add you as one of the names. Okay. Okay, so Kenny's in. But if you guys are not interested, that's also fine. I keep it. Okay, we got 2. Anybody else want to be in the race other than Kenny and Clay? Anybody else want to be in the race? Oh, it looks like we're about to have a 2-man race because. So anybody, I'll play you in Smash for it. I don't know if Kenny plays Smash Brothers. Yeah. Let me know, guys. Say word. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be a 2-man race. Only Kenny and Clay. That's perfectly fine in that. Like I said, it's not any pressure. The fact that you're subscribed to the channel and you're here, I appreciate it. He said, don't ever disrespect. He said, yeah, let me get my Switch. If I could stream that. So it's okay. You know, I don't want to do it just with Clay and Kenny because if Kenny wins, he's going to give it to Clay anyway. So that's fine. We won't give it away. Let's see. Let me see what the poll said. Let me see what you guys said before I end this stream. Did you guys like the stream? 6 votes. 100% yes. Yeah, better. It's about ballet. As long as it's interesting, I don't care about if it's about ballet. You know? Because I love Black Swan. I love that movie. And that's back by ballet. It was just a great story. Locking up the digital code because no one wanted to participate. All right, guys. Oh, wait, what? I'd give it to a channel member if I got it. Oh, that would have been nice. I would like to join the game. Okay, look, we got 3. You know what? 3 is enough. Let's do it. Let's do it. 3 names. Oh, wait, not 25 minutes. Clear that. We'll do it for 2 minutes. Edit list. We're going to have the 6 names. We're going to have Kenny Sparkaroonies, Clay Point Man. Who else is there? Miss Blood. Was it Blood Rose? I'm gonna put you as Blood Rose. Blood Rose. All right. So that is done. We're gonna have it for the 3. All right. You guys can see it. Let me see if I can make it full screen. It's supposed to be a way to make it full screen. Okay, go full screen. Boom. Oh. Do I have to put the names again? Yes, I do, because this is stupid. Okay. So Kenny Sparkorino, Clay Poinman, Blood Rose. Speak now or forever hold your peace. He said that's a violation. Done. We're gonna do 2 minutes to see who wins. All right, full screen. We'll start now. Wait, what? Is that ad? Oh, that is an ad. Wait. All right. Who's winning this one? It looks like Blood Rose is in the lead just by a little bit. I'm not sure what character she's supposed to be playing, but Clay Pointman is Wonder Woman. Kenny Sparkorino is Adam? I think he's Adam. Who is going to get to talk to me? Kenny said, what the hell am I wearing? I think you're supposed to be Adam. Uh-oh. Wonder Woman forces is working for Clay. He's ahead by a large margin. Blood Rose and Sparkorino is falling back. Oh yeah, no more Q&A. Uh-oh. Blood Rose and Sparkorino are starting to make their way back up. Catching up to Clay. Running like this, I deserve to lose. He said, bend your knees, man. Next time I'm gonna put a poll in and see who good. We're gonna do some parlays. He's a lean forward. Oh, he's listening to you. He's bending them knees. He's starting to lean forward. We got 38 seconds. Mama Bear doll is the dying. 7 seconds. Clay Pointman is holding steady. Blood Rose is unfortunately falling back. Her knees are giving out. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh my God! Clay Pointman! I'm out of nowhere like an archer! Is the winner. You're actually supposed to keep track. What is it? You're supposed to keep your back straight when you run. You go faster like that. He said, see, that's why he won. He said, yes, Women's History Month. No, unfortunately, once again, mansplaining Women's History Month. It's fixed, I tell you. Oh, that sucks for me. No. Hey, Spoiler Kings, what's up, man? He said, maybe not. Clay with the win. Hey, Kings. Congrats, Clay. Hey, Mama Bear. That is hilarious. Nanette, you will win one day. You will win one day. Thank you, Spoiler Kings. Beloved channel members. I was just shouting you out for being a channel member just a couple minutes ago. Go check out these guys' channel. They just did a really great discussion about Dune Part 2. What movie were we playing for? We were playing for Talk to Me. You might want to give it away because you're not a fan of horror movies, and this is a horror movie. So, let me know if you want to give it away. Not the actual movie, the digital code. This is my. I'm keeping this. Me too. I enjoy Talk to Me a lot. She said, but everybody say how great the movie is. I really want it. Let's see what Clay does. I enjoy Talk to Me a lot too. Collect the Movie Man says, Carrie Fisher for me, Jennifer Lawrence, Viola Davis, and Emma Watson. Oh, Emma Watson and what? What performance of Emma Watson did you like a lot? And he said, they broke the number one rule. Don't summon nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't invite nothing. Facts. Don't summon nothing to your house. It only is bad news. Spoiler Kings, pick a number between 1 and 6. They might have jumped out. Keep them demons out your house. Factoids. Oh my God. Spoiler Kings, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Thank you for the generous donation. I appreciate so much. Shout out to Zack Attacks. Everyone, make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate so much. Yes, like he said, hit that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate you all. This is so amazing. It says 20 on your thing. Is that the amount of time? I'm not sure. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good. Let me show you something. Can I do something real quick? Can I do something real quick? Close this. Do. Oh, it's 20th super chat. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I didn't know YouTube count that at all, but thank you so much for 20 super chats. I appreciate that. I just gifted 5 memberships. Let me know if you got it. 20th is your 20 super chat. I didn't even know that YouTube keeps count. Me too. I did not know that either. Oh, Mama Bear Art Doll got her channel membership. Nice. Hopefully you stick around. Okay. Well, this was really fun. I usually try to keep these under 2 hours. I spend so much time with you guys. I had so much fun. I am going to be doing when he said not to be in your wallet. How long do they wait before you get your money? I have to hit a threshold of $100 before I can pull any money out, and then it comes out the next time. So I think April is when I'll get the money. I'll give the 4th person on your member list. Look at Zack sharing love. Yes, I'm definitely interested in joining. Thank you. That's really nice of you to give memberships to 5 people, Zack. Yeah, man. Why not? Why not? Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate you guys being here, talking to me, listening to my opinions and stuff about that. Nice. Get a nice Steelbook. Yeah, word. Get a nice little. Yeah, that's true. I can get that Dune. I can pay for Dune. I can pay for that Dune Steelbook. You're right. Clay said your 4th person on your member list. Who is the 4th person on my member list? I lost a subscriber. Oh no. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, the 4th member on this list is Tez made this. Oh man. No worries. I have a live premiere of our show in 30 minutes on a friend's channel. Oh, nice. Nice. I gotta have to check that out. What's the friend's channel's name? Oh, why do you just say it now? Collect the movie, man. Get those pre-orders in now. They might sell out fast. Disney Wish Steelbook is sold out. Only sold at Walmart. Wow. That's surprising because I didn't think anybody went to. Well, I guess people didn't watch the movie, so they went to buy the physical media. So, you know what? I'll do 5 more minutes because you guys are great. And then I'm going to head out. Retro Nerd Girl. Link in my community tab. Okay, let me go check that out right now. Retro Nerd Girl. For some reason, I feel like I heard that name before. Oh, she got a lot of subscribers. Oh, she's doing a Dune watch party? Is that what's coming up? No, that's just 3-9. Oh, she's watching Gargoyles. That's so cool. I used to love that show. You said put me on there. Collect the Woo Man. Your comments are coming in late. I'm gonna check it out too. We're talking Gargoyles. Nice. You know what? Let me enter that live stream. Hit you out with 100. Okay. So this was really, really fun. I'm going to head out. I'm going to prepare for tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's the channel with the astronaut. That's the retro one. So I appreciate all you guys. Be on the lookout for my imaginary review. Be on the lookout. My next Attacking Zack is going to be talking about how I feel about James Gunn's DC and the major issue it has going forward. That's kind of out of his control. Well, a little bit in his control. And a few other things that I have coming up. Different videos and things that I have coming up. And obviously come back next week for another edition of Zack Attack News Live. Peace out, everyone. Love you all.